Good evening, everyone. Welcome to PWOnlyIAS English YouTube channel. Please confirm whether the audio and video is clear. Vijay, Durgeshwari, Pinky, Harshita, P. Suresh, I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Ishika, Nelson, Asta, Harshita, Suman. Good morning. Wonderful. Chaitra is in USA, I think. Anand Ramyadam. Hello, sir. Good evening. Good evening. We are covering the Hindu newspaper, dear. All right, people. Varanam, Mr. Hindu Jordan. Oh, my Lord. Anyway. I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. So we have a long list of topics today. I want your cooperation also here. All right. Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, Gender Neutrality, Forest Rights, Gadbara case, Railways, Premium Outlets, Rare Disease Funding Failure, Shipping, MSc ELSA 3, Maharashtra Local Body Elections, Transgender Health Tamil Nadu Model, Tolls, Multi-Lane Free Flow, Precision Biotherapeutics, Artificial Intelligence, Limits in Drug Discovery, Tuberculosis 2025 Snapshot, Antimicrobial Resistance, Hepatitis A, Vaccine Priority, Dolphin Fisher Corporation, Southern Elephant Seals Decline, Great Nicobar Project Biodiversity Risk, Iran and Cryptocurrency, Inflation Targeting plus Consumer Price Index Distortion, Geographical Indication, Ambaji Marble, Data Centers, India's Boom, Trade Deficit October Record, Cereals, Procurement Crisis, Decoding the Happiness Index, Global Navigation Satellite System Spoofing, United States Federal Shutdown, Nuclear Arms Race and Testing Risks, Encrypted Apps, Terrorism and Trima, International Day of Care and Support and India's Childcare System, Digital Governance, Food and Public Distribution, Livelihood Conflict, Panchet Dam, Renewable Energy Conflict Trends, Saranda Sanctuary Case, India Green Climate Fund, Climate Finance Architecture, COP30 Negotiations, Delhi Pollution, Hotspots and Conditions, Worker Exposure and Municipal Capacity, Air Quality Investment, Supreme Court Pollution Orders, Emission Trends, Carbon Budget and Land Use Change, Groundwater Crisis, Groundwater Solutions, Climate Attribution, Science and Evidence, National Highway 701A, Ecological Risk. All right. Yes, very, very long list of topics, but it is not actually. See, that is the reality, Jayashree, because this is how the things are going as of now. Ever since this year began, it's been like too much of current affairs. To the point we're covering, it is not easy. So let's get right into it. Livelihood conflict, Panchet Dam. This livelihood conflict question, it is basically for your mains purpose. Say, for example, when we are talking about sustainability, development, we also have to look into how people are getting affected by this. So now we want to build a dam. Okay, we want to build a dam. What we used to do earlier, we used to ask the people to move away from that region, especially the tribal people. We used to tell them, no, move away from here. We want to construct a dam. Tribal people, what will they feel? That never we thought. Same way today. In this Panchet Dam region, they are planning to put solar floating power panels on top of it. Fantastic idea it is, because you don't require land. Anyway, dam is lying there. Water is there. That water will give cooling effect to these panels. So it's all, and again, you can reduce the evaporation. So it's a good deal. But what about the harmful effects? The local community who are fishing from there, they are going to be affected. Even to the point where even some students ask, what about the fishes? How will they get sunlight? Or how will they get their oxygen? True. Even that also will get impacted. So the idea here is how to balance both. So this is a classic example of this. On October 15, 3,000 villages demanded scrapping the solar project, return of unused DVC land, Hydel promises, and a Pathanbari Mahishnadi Bridge. Unused DVC land. DVC is actually Damodar Valley Project. Damodar Valley Project, at that time also, they had taken away people's land. Not all the land was utilized. Some land is still lying there unutilized. So villagers are telling that as it is, you took land from us, return it back to us. So this is the classic case or example of what? Environmental sustainability. On one side, you're trying to protect climate change, you're trying to ensure sustainability, all that. On another side, people's livelihood are getting affected. Getting the point here? Taking it further forward, national renewable energy push and conflict trend. India is targeting 500 gigawatt of non-fossil plus 50% renewable share by 2030. Land conflict watch, 45% projects lacked consultation. That is, whatever renewable energy project we are taking up, in that already in 45% of the projects we are having what? Conflict. 29% completed but protests continue. 29% upcoming phase protests. More than 5 have been stalled. One project completely stalled. 48% conflicts on common lands of Adivasi, Dalits and indigenous communities. So that is going to be a major issue in the future. So just because you are going for environmental sustainability, environmental project does not mean that you are doing everything fantastic and great. This will create further trouble. Clear? Please try to add. Newspaper cutout also. Yeah, newspaper cutout I will add. Then what else you want? Deepthi, Mahor. See, just think about it. Nah. I am reading it from the newspaper. You don't trust me, don't attend my class. As simple as that. There is no forcing here. You are able to find a better faculty who is covering these many topics in 3 hours time. You are free to go. You are neither chained to your chair nor is the door shut. Please go. Saranda Wildlife Sanctuary case. This case again, the Saranda Wildlife Sanctuary, what is it about? Supreme Court ordered 31,468.25 hectare declared as a sanctuary. State had initially proposed 24,000. Area has no mining or non-forest use. Saranda, it's a pristine sal forest with endangered species, sal forest tortoise, four-horned antelope, civet and elephants. Forest central to the Ho Munda and the Uraun livelihoods. That is, these are again tribal communities. Contains 26% of India's iron ore. Mining is crucial for Steel Authority of India Limited and Tata Steel. Concerns regarding job loss addressed by court by assuring tribal rights protection. This, again, from a mains perspective, I'll tell you what is its importance. Perfect case of balancing development, that is economic development, because you want to carry out mining activity. At the same time, you don't want what tribal rights to be disturbed. So what the Supreme Court has ruled is, state had declared 24,000 as what? Wildlife sanctuary. Supreme Court said no, declare 31,000 as wildlife sanctuary. And here again, you ensure that the tribal life is not disturbed. So just because you declared an area as wildlife sanctuary, the tribal life should not be disturbed. If you remember, last week's current affairs also I told you something. When a tiger reserve, when you're declaring any sanctuary or a national park as a tiger reserve, only if the tribal people want to exit from there. Voluntarily, if I say, if I'm a tribe, I'm a belonging to ST tribe, I am there inside the forest. If I say I don't want to stay inside a tiger reserve, only then you think about rehabilitation package. If I am telling that I'm perfectly okay staying with tigers, you are not going to bother me. Continuation to that same verdict only Supreme Court said. Don't disturb the tribals if you're just because you're declaring it as a wildlife sanctuary. Now, it is important that what? You balance national development because you need the steel. Who needs it? Steel Authority of India Limited and Tata Steel is also needed. You also need to protect the wildlife there. You also need to protect what? The tribal rights there. Getting the point here? Alright. Ayo, this is just that somebody made a comment here. It is almost like, the days have come where even if I get the question paper of UPSC prelims and give it, people will be like, bas question paper hi diya hai. Jawab kahan hai? Who will solve it then? Like that it has become. It is like, bas itna hi. Or that is what it has come down to these days. Clear? India GCF finance architecture. India joined 13 countries. Pure prelims, okay? This is pure prelims. 13 countries plus African alliance to launch national climate finance platforms at COP30. GCF commitments. This is US dollar 19 billion. Only 25% is allocated. Developing nations seek easier access, prioritizing adaptation. India has 11 GCF projects worth US dollar 782 million. Can anybody tell me what is the full form of GCF? Mostly concessional loans. India's Environment Ministry is the national authority that is in charge of GCF. GCF, the authority for this is Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. What is GCF? Oh, that much I can do for you. That is still fine. That I can do for you. This I will give you as mains only, because hardly any tribal name, any particular animal name, nothing is there. This is pure mains related data. For SSC, CGL, NDA exam, those of you are preparing for it, this basic level data you can expect there as a question. UPSC, I don't think so. This again is a combination of mains and prelims. Alright, because sal forest, the animals, then balance of environment, sustainability, economic project. This mostly prelims. Clear? Very good. Global Climate Fund. Clear? Global Climate Fund. Who is in charge of it? MOEFCC. Sorry, Green Climate Fund. No. It's Green Climate Fund. Yappa, you people will make me also learn the wrong thing. Why? That is what, Suresh, you are right. Ishika is correct. Aditi, Harshita, Shreya, Rakshita. What's happening? Greatest common Clear? No, I was not an IAS officer. COP30 negotiation priorities. Let us see. Countries finalizing 100 global goal on adaptation indicators. Reduced from 10,000. What do you mean by adaptation indicators? See, we have measures just to count how much carbon dioxide is getting released, how much amount of sulfur dioxide, how much particulate matter, all these are there. But what about adaptation indicators? That is yet to be, built. So, under COP30, negotiation priorities, this is one of the major priority. So, this is again, I would say, prelims. India is pushing for Article 9.1 implementation, which is finance obligations of developed countries. So, what is this finance obligation of developed countries? Developed countries are supposed to be giving at least $300 billion annually every year. To whom? To developing nations, so that they can also move towards cleaner technologies. But developed nations, what are they telling? We are not going to give any more amount. Whatever money we have given, even that is only very high. What are countries like India telling? These people, whatever money they are giving, its rate of interest is very, very high. So we cannot afford it. New platforms bring total to 16 globally. India preparing national adaptation plan. LMDC group. These are like the middle developing countries resisting fossil fuel phase out timelines. Rich country pledge of US dollar 300 billion per year by 2035 seen as inadequate. COP30 presidency focusing on consensus on 4 unresolved issues, which are they? Finance, trade, transparency, weak nationally determined contributions. Clear? Akshato 786. Akshato, let the class get over. Then you can ask your question. Wonderful. Already taken Sasta Nasha and came to the class or what? Tell me which brand it is, by the way. Delhi air pollution, dust, workers' measures. Delhi air pollution, those of you, how many are there from Delhi here? Confused bamboo later. Okay. How many are from Delhi here? I'm here just for energy. खुशी खुशी ये सुनकर मुझे बिल्कुल खुश नहीं लग रहा है. दिशा, wonderful. Like-minded developing nations, correct. So many are there. Pune, Tamil Nadu. See, okay. Now, I am not asking basically for knowing which place you are coming from. It is just that Delhi's air quality index has gone very, very pathetic. All right. 62 dust hotspots have been identified. Real-time monitoring has been ordered. Delhi air quality index stayed poor, 386, and it's severe on November 11th. That means, forget November 11th and all, it has crossed 500 in some places. Stage 3 of GRAP has been enforced. Graded Response Action Plan. Stage 3 has been called in. Stage 3 means banning of construction activity. That is the main highlight there. Stage 3 means banning. The latest update is that Supreme Court has basically given permission to the Central Air Quality Management that, listen, you do whatever proactive measures you want, you take it up, which will include work from home. All right. Going for online classes, all of that, after consultation with the concerned stakeholders. That is, after consulting with the school management, with the business, corporate companies, etc. Better go for work from home. Better keep the classes online. Why? That is the level of air quality today. In between all this also, some very intelligent people are there who are telling, even if the air quality is bad, so what? Delhi during November, December is a romantic place. I don't know what is so romantic about having to inhale totally polluted air. In addition, not just the particulate matter here, the air itself contains a lot of pollutants. So I don't know whether you people read it or not. One female wearing silver jhumka or something, she went out in Delhi. Just one day, within one day she went out, morning or something she went out. By the time she came back, that whole silver jewelry has turned black. That means it has undergone oxidation. Oxidation of silver jewelry happens over long period of time. It doesn't happen very fast. That is the level of pollution there in Delhi. Getting the point here? This is the point. Shouldn't the use of vehicles be banned? Absolutely yes. Correct. Filters for home. Oh my god, that is so sad. Who is saying that Delhi is romantic? Construction ban, border area industrial emissions targeted, citizens advised against waste burning. So this again, all these are, I would say, general points these are. Because Delhi is a classic case of what other cities should learn from. That is, never should you allow your city to reach till that level. Worker exposure and municipal capacity. See, as per, there are 52,000 sanitation workers who maintain 12,700 kilometers of road and 1,400 kilometers of public works department roads. That much of work they are doing. How many? 52,000 sanitation workers. They are not even provided with proper sanitation masks and they are expected to what? Clean the road. On top of it, they are not given leave properly. They don't have any health insurance. They have to come for work. No other go. So, the condition of these people are really, really sad. This is not about prelims or mains. For every story that we talk about, or not story, let us say every news that you talk about, there is a human element in it. So when we discuss the economic aspect of a renewable energy project, we saw how it will affect the human being. When we saw how Supreme Court came out with a Saranda wildlife sanctuary ruling, we saw how Supreme Court was trying to balance economic development as well as the tribal life as well as the wildlife sanctuary. Got the point? So that is what you need to understand here. The larger perspective, ground level, what is happening there. Clear? It's fashion nowadays to wear oxidized jewelry. Oh, Shaliza. Pollution control investments. To control the pollution, what they are doing, for 14 mechanical sweeping machines. Plan for 60 more machines. Look at the budget here. 3-year, 516.35 crore. 60-liter picker machines. Around 100 crore. Waste collection disposal center around 610. Current fleet 52. 167 sprinklers. 28 anti-smog machines. 15 anti-smog guns. All these, let me tell you, are only temporary. Very, very temporary. Like I've already discussed in my current affair batch class again. Permanent solution, what it is, you need to plant trees. No other go. You need to plant trees. You need to immediately, on a war footing, you have to stop every construction activity in Delhi, at least for a very long time. You know what is happening here? It is delaying tactics. Why I will tell you. Now around maybe in another couple of weeks, one rainfall will come. And then slight improvement will be there in the air quality index. Immediately government will come and start patting themselves on their back and they see all our measures have found its purpose. So therefore the air quality is improved. Now things are looking fantastic here. That is what they will do. And then back again we are to square one. Got the point here. Supreme Court directives on pollution. Court allowed using stage 4 options during stage 3. Work from home, 50% office attendance, sought consultation before new restriction, ordered review of school sports during November-December pollution peak time. Which again, what type of bureaucracy or bureaucratic machinery are we having in our country? God Almighty knows. This is a time where you're not supposed to step outside. Those of them who are going for jogging also, they have no idea that you're harming your lungs more than giving it strength. In such a scenario, Directorate of Education thought this is the best time for what? Conducting sports event. Supreme Court pulled up the Directorate of Education asking them, is this your responsibility? Getting the point here. So you cannot blame judiciary again for showing activism. Because this is the common sense that is there with the Directorate of Education, that they thought that November, December, ideal time to conduct what? Sports event. Bring all the kids out and let them inhale all this polluted air. Getting the point here? EV car, I would agree. Patriarchy increase too. Very good, Ishika. Cloud seeding, Anil Reddy. Cloud seeding, see, cloud seeding will only work if the air is having moisture in it. Keep it in mind. If moisture content is already present, then you spray this silver iodide, it will work. Why? The silver iodide will be suspended in the air. These water vapors will come and start settling on it. Slowly, slowly, other water vapors also will come. They will form a cloud. It will start raining. Delhi right now, the air is so dry. It basically does not have any moisture content. On top of it, what it has in plenty? Pollutants. So you spray a silver iodide over there, it is not going to do anything. It is too damn expensive and it is not at all practical. Sometimes what will happen is you will spray it in Delhi, it will go and give rainfall maybe in Bihar or in West Bengal. There is no guarantee that here if you spray, here you will get rain. One of the most important criteria for it is what? Moisture should be present. Delhi air right now is as dry as, let us say, maybe a Dubai or a Thar desert. That is how dry it is. Clear? Oh my God. Rahul Chikur, see, shifting government offices and all that won't happen. Instead, what will happen is more and more, as you would have seen it, when the Prime Minister is talking to somebody also, you can see powerful and expensive air filters are working full time in the background. So the rich will afford it. The poor, the lower middle class, the lower income class, they will suffer. they will actually go and get admitted in the hospital. Clear? India and global emission trends. India's emissions has increased by 1.4 percentage in 2025, slower than plus 4 percentage in 24. Now look at the comedy part here. We are talking about pollution. Oh my God, Delhi is burning this, that, etc. Even then, if you see, pollution levels are lesser. All India level, it is lesser compared to what? Compared to what was there earlier in 2024. In 2024, it was plus 4 percentage. Now it is only 1.4. Global emissions increased by 1.1 percentage. China just 0.4. United States 1.9. European Union 0.4. India is the third largest emitter. So if you actually look at it, EU, comma, China, then the global value, then India. After India, you have USA. This is the value. Clear? 3.2 billion tons after USA and China. This is for 2025. Individual country level, it is basically US, China, India. India's per capita emissions are 2.2 tons per year, second lowest among top 20 economies. All right. How will Delhi get free from pollution? See, like I told you, construction activities complete ban. Stubble burning immediately on a war footing. Get all the state governments into confidence. No more blame game. Punjab is doing this. AAP is doing that. Haryana, they are not cooperating with us. No more blame game. If India wants to save its image in front of the whole world, now is the time. Show that you mean business. Around the Delhi region, the entire states, only crushers, shredders, etc. should be given to the farmers, preferably for free. Use it. Please use it. And then start a mega plantation drive. Mega plantation drive. Wherever spaces are available in Delhi, start planting trees. Nothing else to do. At least slowly. I'm not telling now you start doing it immediately. Next year you will see the change. No. But slowly you will start seeing what? The air quality index from 400 coming down to 300, coming down to 200. Slowly you can bring it down. When I was in 6th standard news, that time I remember reading that acid rain fumes are there from Agra, which is basically, reducing the shine of the marble on Taj Mahal. When I was in 6th standard. Every government that came after that always did the blame game only. Center is not doing this, state is not doing that. This is what has happened. Even now, when you ask the environmental minister of the Delhi government, he is blaming whom? The earlier AAP government. What is AAP doing? AAP is telling, see, BJP, you gave them the vote, look what they are doing. Ultimately, who is dying? People are dying. Clear, people? Carbon budget and land use change. Fossil fuel carbon dioxide growth. Coal plus 0.8 percentage, oil plus 1 percentage, gas plus 1.3 percentage. Deforestation, that is, see, in India, basically, the largest contributor towards greenhouse gases are coal. If we are able to reduce that coal usage itself, 90% of our pollution problems will get over. Not Delhi's. Delhi's will remain as it is. By the way, mind you, the solution, whatever I gave you, shredders, crushers, etc., don't write it in your exam. This is my solution. Plantation drive, my solution. Got the point? You need to put it how? You need to put it like we should go for a mega plantation drive. Mega plantation drive like how China has done to reduce deforestation. Like that you should mention. Getting the point? You always, when you give a suggestion or a solution, it shouldn't sound that it is you who is giving the solution. You are giving it based on the best practices that is available in another country. Clear? That is how you should write it. Clear? Deforestation emits 4 billion tons per year, 2015 to 2024. Forest regrowth offsets 50%. This point you can use. That is, if you grow forest, it can actually reduce the pollution by 50%. That is what I am telling you. See, Ganga also is a very polluted river. Ganga is very polluted. Thanks to us, we are not a very civic, clean society. We spit openly, we piss openly, we defecate openly. And people go into Ganga and they are like, okay, let me clean all my sins. Along with the cleaning, they release everything also. Ahaha, tathastu. That is what they do there. So what happens? Ganga by now should have got polluted and it should have been stinking royally. But no. Even scientists have not been able to find. There is pollution. But more than that, like, let us say, 1,000 or 2,000 times more than that, oxygen is present in the river. From where is that oxygen coming? Nobody has any idea. That river is simply overbound with oxygen. Ideally or practically, when you pollute a river, its oxygen content will start coming down. But that is not what happens. Oxygen is somehow surplus in Ganga. So that is the thing. You pollute, fine. There are some pollution which you cannot avoid. But what do you do then? You replenish it with oxygen. You need to have more oxygen in the city. So when the concentration of clean air starts increasing, only at the bottom some pollution is there. That is not going to affect. Getting the point here. Global carbon dioxide, fossil plus land use grew 0.3% annually compared to the past decade. Remaining 1.5 degrees Celsius budget is 170 billion tons. That simply means we have another 4 years with us. That is, another 4 years is remaining for once the world total carbon emission to rise by another 170 billion tons, which will make the global temperature to reach 1.5 degrees Celsius. That means before 2030, global temperature will increase. In other words, year on year, we are going to witness what? Adverse climate events. Natural carbon sinks are oceans and the forests. Clear? This is the logic. Interesting. So this is the point here. These are points which you can use in your mains as well as you should know in your prelims also. Both it is handy. Because why you need to reduce the global temperature? Where are we standing currently in terms of what carbon emissions? How much more time do we have before the global temperatures reaches more than 1.5 degrees Celsius? What should we do? I'm telling you, the only service what we all, even us as a citizen also, what we can do is, you're finding any empty plot, ensure that you throw some seeds there, start watering the plants, let it grow. Let it grow. You don't do any social service. Don't give charity to anybody. Buy the, small saplings, etc. where trees will grow. Tall trees will grow. Thick trees will grow. Grow it. That's it. For Delhi again, we can use another solution. Somebody was asking. Miyawaki method. Can anybody tell me what that is? Miyawaki. Due to bacteria, that oxygen is increasing. Nah, Anurag. That is different. Bacteria's presence will actually only... Biological oxygen demand is there. Chemical oxygen demand is there. More and more biological component is present in the water means more and more oxygen it will take. So BOD is very high or COD is very high. Simply means there are more pollutants there. But when you take the BOD and COD levels of Ganga, you will find that it is very, very low. Why? High levels of oxygen. That is the reason why people blindly went there during the Mahakumbh Mela and all. That one very auspicious day was there, where people went in and they released everything. The E. coli bacteria level. E. coli. That is a bacteria what is present in human stool. Shit. Human shit. Fecal matter. That went astronomically high. Did you read any report anywhere in the paper that these many people got admitted in the hospital due to itching and this or that? Nothing, right? Why? oxygen content. That one day it went up. Second day onwards, it started climbing down. That is the medical miracle there. How is it possible? That is why people, if you go and tell this to some other people, they will say, that is Ganga for you. Ganga, it's holy Ganga. Getting the point here? Exactly. Planting trees in a very small area. Initial investment will be high, but after 18 months or something, it will be self-sustaining, which is again what we all can do, in cities especially. Clear? Groundwater contamination and economic cost. So groundwater contamination, 2024 report, 20% of samples in 440 districts unsafe were Punjab. Punjab has an excess of 33% with excess uranium. Fluoride, nitrate, arsenic. 600 million people depend on groundwater. The environmental degradation cost is around $80 billion per year. That is around 6% of the GDP. Soil degradation affects 1/3 of India. Contaminated groundwater reduces yield and food safety, threatening $50 billion in export sector. Poor households suffer higher medical costs and lower productivity. Punjab's extraction is more than 1.5 times the sustainable limit. Getting the point here? Very good, Jayashri. So this is the point. What is this about? Extreme groundwater extraction. First of all, this is a potential prelims question, because this question, not potential, this was asked. In 2013 prelims, this question was asked. In groundwater, what are the contaminants present? So Einstein at that point of time actually thought, oh, uranium, how it is possible? It's a nuclear radioactive material. How will it be present in groundwater? It is present. Groundwater, uranium, nitrate, arsenic, lead, cadmium, these presents have been traced. Different region, different sources. I mean, different metallic and non-metallic components were found. Got the point here? Now, fluoride level is there. Fluoride, that is high levels of fluorine. Now, when you are exposed to fluorine, too many, it will lead to fluorosis. Bones will become weak, teeth will become weak, because it will slowly start degrading. Battle OPS files, it is not about, you cannot extract this uranium. This is like very minute quantity it is present. It is coming from the bedrock. Bedrock is there, which is the bottommost rock, from where, which is the source of all soil formation. On top of it, when the groundwater level is very, very low, in contact with it, what happens is, this water will is lying over here, very less in quantity. It is getting mixed here with this bedrock. So what happens? Whatever nutrients are present here, whatever not nutrients, whatever minerals are present here, metallic or non-metallic, that will get mixed in this water. That when you extract it out, you will have this problem. Clear? This is the point. Understand, this is your natural uranium, not radioactive uranium. Understand. And the whatever uranium traces we have it in India, you cannot do a commercial extraction of the nuclear uranium from it. The nuclear uranium, you cannot get it from the uranium that is available in our country. What we have is more of thorium, present in the monazite sands of Kerala. Not just Kerala, basically the south. Alright, what is the solution? Nationwide real-time groundwater monitoring. Strict industrial and effluent enforcement, agricultural diversification. These are just general points. What we really need, something hardcore. Nalgonda, which is a place in Telangana, they reduced fluorosis through purification system. What is the purification system that they used? Something very elementary. They used a combination of lime, alum, bleach. This they used to purify the water. That is the first thing. Second thing, what did they do? They started giving calcium tablets to all the kids, old people there. What will fluorine do? Fluorine will make it weak. What will calcium tablet do? Calcium tablet will make it strong, countering it. Third thing what they started doing is, see, this is something which is very simple. Even in my father's home, people from the panchayat came. So let us say this is the land. What they will do is they'll bring these long, what is like iron like, I mean not iron like iron only. They'll bring this long iron rods. They'll simply make holes in the ground. Holes they will make. You know why? These holes are nothing but what? Natural way of when it rains, through that hole what will go? The water will enter. When the land is lying flat, what will happen? 99% of the time the water will get pushed out. But if you have holes over there, not all the water will run out. Some will go in. And if it goes a little more deeper, what is the advantage? Groundwater will get recharged. This is the second thing that they did. So this one, groundwater recharge, along with what? Plus calcium tablets. So the three combined effects actually helped in what? Actually helped in reducing the fluorine levels in Nalgonda district of Telangana. Clear, people? China will do that. China will do everything. Are these helpful for? Again and again, I'm telling you, people, the source of my current affairs is the Hindu newspaper. Whichever exam you are writing, one newspaper you are supposed to read. NDA exam, you are supposed to know all international news, national news. You are supposed to know everything that is happening. Understand? You have to know. So will it help? Will it help? Stop asking that question, because these days, as far as I know, they will ask current affair related questions, be it in prelims as well as in mains. From here only will the question come. Well, as far as I have last checked, I don't have any relative sitting either in UPSC, SSC, SSB, anywhere. I have checked. So I have no idea what questions they will be asking or what questions they'll be preparing. Clear? Climate attribution, science and evidence. So this is attribution. Attribution means attribution science. This is a new science now. Not exactly new, but yeah, finally somebody is focusing on it. To find exactly who is responsible for this much pollution. Who is contributing to it more. This study is increasing now. We have an idea, okay, developed nations are this thing less, India is doing this much, that is okay. But pinpointedly, we want to know the data now. Deposits don't need to be present to emit radiation in the presence of them in little quantities. Correct? Correct? Delhi AQI is more than 400 on November 12. Rainwater acidity is increasing. Uttarakashi flash floods linked to glacial lake outburst. Attribution strongest for heat waves. More uncertain for extreme rainfall. That is, with heat waves, you can find out exactly. When heat wave related trouble is coming, you can basically predict what is happening where. Getting the point? You can predict it. But this extreme rainfall, when it will happen, where it will happen, what is the exact reason of it, nobody will be able to find it out. Dhanbad rainfall pH 5.37 due to coal emission. Cyclones intensifying due to warming seas. High resolution models, satellites and chemical transport modeling improving attribution. That means we are trying to find out what is the real cause of a particular adverse weather event. So with heat waves, we are able to make more and more. Like pakka, we are able to say, okay, the heat waves have increased now because of this reason. Extreme rainfall, we are not able to find it out. Clear? Ecological risk, National Highway 701A. This article basically, alright, this article is basically again as usual, but the environment, the slope, the poor people there, the tribal communities there. This is one article like that. Conveniently, what the author of this article have done is, he has conveniently kept the point, this point. It is 100 kilometers away from line of control. Conveniently, he has hid it somewhere. So what is the big problem here? If an attack comes from the side of LOC to this side, line of control this side, if it comes, what will happen? Automatically, these same people will say, what is the Indian government doing? So it is important to develop this highway just so that we can get our troops mobilized at the right time if it is required. That is the point here. Already Pakistan is going on making empty threats that war with India is imminent anytime. One more war with India. See, if at all a war happens, I hope at least for the sake of India that we fight it to the finish. Tukde tukde kare Pakistan ka. They never recover from it. Getting the point here? Not necessarily, Aditi. If the temperature is very high temperature means, then what happens? The amount of moisture content, the ability of the air to hold water vapor also will increase. That is what happens. Clear? Exactly, Anil Reddy, Karna. Always 25. What 25? Who's 25? So, here, these type of articles, I'm only trying to highlight that even if you get a question, environmental, this, that, etc., always, the priority is what? National security. Nobody is above country security. Keep it in mind. So here they have mentioned in this article about threatens the Gujjar Bakarwal grazing routes, risk of erosion, landslide, this, that, etc. A 2022 notification exempts highways within 100 km of line of control from prior environmental clearance. 2023 study shows slope failure risk in that you leave. So this is the thing. Proposed Shopian Magam highway. That's the point here. Again are those Adarsh, Krishnika. The point is, if at all, Karan Johar, who is having this penchant for making absolute bakwas movies, he sees me somehow and he feels in his next bakwas movie he can cast me. All right, trust me, I will run. I will run like Cinderella. Okay, this entire article, okay, this is about, so somebody had asked this also, digital personal data protection. Okay. So 17, slide number 17 to 19 is about just this point here. I will explain it to you. All right. Even doctor became terrorist. Exactly. So, what is this? Digital personal data protection. Basically, if you remember, you are going to a shop. And that shop fellow basically gives this whole idea. Sir, do you want to become shop fellow? It will be a felly. One female it will be. All right. She will basically say, are you part of our elite club? And you will be like, elite? Yeah, elite. Yes, I also want to become a member. What is the point there? So for every 100 rupees that you spend, you will get 1 point. You will be like, oh, okay. And once it reaches 100, you will get a discount of 100 rupees. The way it is portrayed, you will be like, wow. Because that is what we are. The moment we get this, we will only think, wow, discount, that word. It will be like, ghan. All right. Somebody who is good in maths will immediately make the calculation and they'll be like, that means for 10,000 rupees, if I spend, you will give me 100 rupees discount. All right. So you'll be like, getting the point. Then she'll be like, yes, sir. People like me will say, no need. If I can spend 10,000 rupees, I can let go of 100 also. Leave it. Okay. But there was a time when I was also a bakra. Yes, I want. Filled the form, gave my phone number. First blunder. And the mega blunder. Because the moment you give your phone number, what happens there is, the next week onwards, you'll start getting calls. Sir, do you want loan? Sir, do you want, car loan? Sir, do you want loan on the top of your loan? Sir, do you want one more wife? All these type of questions you will get. You will be wondering, you never gave your phone number to anybody. From where are these people getting the phone? Very simple. Whichever shop you have given this phone number, they have sold your data. They sell your data. They will sell it like, basically, let us say, they will sell it like maybe 5 rupees or for 10 rupees. We don't know. They will sell it to whoever it is want. Whoever wants it. 10 rupees, etc. That means by the time you reach 10,000 rupees and get that 100 rupees discount, these people would have already sold your data 30 times, 40 times, to the point where more than your discount, they would have recovered the amount. They would have recovered the amount long time ago. Now, question is, did you give permission? Did you give permission that, yes, you can use my data and you can sell it anywhere else? No. You never gave permission. Yet they sold it. Got the point here? Digital personal data protection is trying to protect it. That is, if I am giving my number, if I am giving my email ID for any purpose, that is, I gave it in a shop for that 100 rupees discount, I am giving it. They are supposed to use it only for that purpose. They cannot give it away to anybody for any reason without my consent. Getting the point here? So what is happening here? Data is getting leaked out. So digital personal data protection is basically telling that your digital data, we are going to ensure that it is protected. So it sounds very good, very nice, fantastic idea. Finally, we are having some sense of digital protection here. Correct? Even if a corporate entity or even a private individual misuses our data, we can take them to court. Fantastic idea. Now, what is the problem with DPDP? Digital Personal Data Protection, what is the problem? You file RTI now. That is, you filed RTI asking me, okay, I want to know who all are the MG Narega beneficiaries. Give their list, their names, their phone numbers. Come on, come on. I'll be like, no. You'll be like, why? Under DPDP, that is personal data. Somebody's name, their phone number, that is personal data. I won't give. So you will be like, but RTI. So I will tell you, do one thing. You get all their consent. You are asking me the beneficiary's name because you want to know who are the beneficiaries. Correct? If you knew who are the beneficiaries, you won't file the RTI with me. Think about it. What am I telling you now? I won't give you the names. I won't give you the numbers. You go get the consent from those people that they are ready to give. Getting the picture here. Some people had blamed initially, telling that he's so BJP. RTI 2019 amendment. Central government, the current government made an amendment to RTI Act, whereby which RTI commissioners' salary, their tenure, can be changed anytime by the central government after their appointment. If you have read Polity Lakshmikant, any topic you take, Finance Commission, UPSC, Niti Aayog, Supreme Court Judge, CAG, anything, everywhere there will be one sentence that there is terms and conditions of tenure, salary, pay service, service conditions, etc. cannot be changed to their disadvantage after appointment. Getting the point? That means after you have joined the service, then they cannot say, okay, now we are going to reduce your salary. No, you cannot do that. Government cannot do that. Government cannot suddenly say, okay, we won't give you, you cannot work till 60, you can only work till 58. Government cannot do that. For every job, that protection is there. For which it is not there, RTI. Who passed that rule? The current central government. In 2019, they did this. First thing they did is what? So imagine if I am appointed as an RTI commissioner, Central Information Commissioner I am appointed. My tenure is with in whose hand? Central government's hand. My salary in whose hand? Their hand. So I will obviously be doing Ji Huzur, Holiye Janab. That is how I will behave. I am never going to make any decision which will put the central government embarrassed. Correct? So already they have made RTI weak. On top of it, now DP is also passed, whereby which if you file an RTI query, you're not going to get it. Got the point here? We will have to wait for that, Ayushi. We'll have to wait because judiciary finally only will come. Why government did this, sir? I have no idea, Anil. I have no idea. Ideally, this question should have been asked by our dear opposition. But they are behind, ooh la la, all fantasy ideas, la 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 land. They are there. So thankfully, genuine issues in our country are never discussed. We are like ruling party like that. Opposition is like this. That is our situation today. Getting the point here. This is the explanation for it. So, what takes effect now? Formation of a 4-member Data Protection Board of India under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Amendment to the Right to Information Act. Alright, this will start now. Most of the protections, that is all these fine, etc., 10,000 to 250 crore. These fines will only start from when, 2027. Time they are giving to all the corporates, to all these shopping malls, everybody. Do whatever you want to do. I'm giving you time till 27. Tab tak jo kuch you want to cover up by then. But what will come immediately? Immediately what law is going to come? Amendment to the RTI. Getting the point here? Indian democracy is in danger. Nothing like that. There is no danger and all. I have made this statement multiple times in the class. Have I been arrested and taken to jail? No. Nothing. Air quality index is deteriorating in Delhi. Are Delhi people out on the road? 1 or 2 weeks back only, one old lady. In Malayalam, we will basically say one Ammachi. Ammachi means senior lady. Ammachi we will call. Okay, some words I will teach you of Malayalam. One Ammachi was crying there because Supreme Court basically told, remove all the dogs from the temples, from the schools, etc. And she was like, मुझे मालूम नहीं है, मैं ये कैसे बर्दाश्त कर लूंगा. I was like, huh? What happened? Dogs to be removed from school area so that kids won't get bitten. That is the rule that the Supreme Court gave. For that, she is going on crying. Where? In Delhi. But she is not at all worried about air quality index. Whether your dogs will at least get a separate shelter. You will probably end up in the hospital with asthma. Wheezing issue. That and all people have no issue. Issue is कुत्ते को क्यों हटाया? Democracy is in danger because our brains are in the ICU. That's the only reason. Other than that, nothing else is there. Clear? Board under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. That is the best part here. Who is supposed to be protecting our data? A board under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Who is also supposed to be regulating what? Who is also supposed to be regulating global technology investments. Clear? Difficult to concentrate. What part are you difficult to concentrate here? Yeah, something and all you people will say. So getting the picture here. So the focus is not on what? The focus is not on the genuine issues. So finally what it is? DP passed. RTI diluted even further. That is the bottom line. One ministry of board is there. A board has been set up, which again comes under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Clear? The remaining you can do. One small, this thing what has happened is, again, on what have people protested? What protest has come? Protest has come on one clause only, which is what? As far as persons with disabilities are concerned, when it comes to their data, consent has to be taken from where? Consent has to be taken from parents, just like children. The disabilities group have said, how can you put persons with disabilities like children? How can you put them with children there? So this one thing has gone as complaint. Other than that, nothing. This article has been in news for the last, I think, at least 6 months. Now we'll have to wait and watch what ruling the Supreme Court will pass over here. Because interestingly enough, another ruling had come. Another ruling. This was with regard to Tribunals Reforms Act 2021. This was an act passed by the government again. Main two clauses: tenure, salary. This can be changed after appointment to any tribunal. This can be changed after appointment to any tribunal by the central government. This act was passed by the central government. It has been struck down by the Supreme Court. Supreme Court said nothing doing. You cannot do that. Be it the executive or be it the parliament, you have to work within the limits of the constitution. That is what Supreme Court told. So we will have to wait and see what Supreme Court is going to come up with this DPDP. How Supreme Court is going to come there. The counter argument to all this, again, because we have to be devil's advocate here. So let us see the counter side of it. MG Narega, National Food Security Mission, Swachh Bharat, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Pradhan Mantri, okay. Then what else? Which other schemes are there? Har Ghar Bijli Sahaj Yojana or your Ujjwala scheme. Any of these schemes you're talking about, they are all what today? Completely Aadhaar linked, bank account linked, mobile phone linked. Everything is verified. You are no more going to, you have, if any one of you have read the newspaper in the last 6 months, you would have never heard of what in MG Narega fake beneficiaries. Those days are over. वो fake beneficiary का जमाना गया. Because your Aadhaar, your bank account, everything is verified. Your mobile is verified before any payment. The automatic question is, digitally the verification is completed. Then why are you demanding for the data now? Got the point here? Digital verification is done. Why are you demanding it? When it comes to government offices also, today most of the government portals, if you see, they all have what you call a dashboard. Dashboard mein jahan par, dashboard means you open the website, there it will show how many files processed, how much work is done, what is pending, like that. In their website only it is shown. Central government offices everywhere almost. E-office has been implemented. That means everything is monitored digitally. So automatically the $1 million question is, then why do you need RTI? Got the point here? When everything is made transparent, then why do you need RTI? So government's argument, government side of argument is, before digitalization, RTI made sense. Because you needed RTI, because nothing was digitalized. Everything was written in pen and paper. Now digitalization is done. Everything is digitalized. The next threat today is what? Data shouldn't get leaked. So data needs to be protected, which to an extent makes sense also. Because data is the main thing today. Main thing means that is your main bread and butter. You have access to data. You are getting access to market. Because you get to know with that data, what is the demand there. Because once I have your phone number, I get to know what are you watching, what are you buying, what are your preferences, what are your likes, dislikes, even your political leanings. That also I will understand. Verifying these dashboards, is it true or not? You can say that way, yaar. I'm not denying it. Clear? All right. So this is the point here. Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, gender neutrality. Nothing great here. The only point is POCSO Act. The POCSO Act is a gender neutral. Can you file a case against even an adult woman who had sexual relationships with a boy less than 18 years old? Can you file POCSO cases? Yes. POCSO's section 3 is actually what? Gender neutral. That is what it means. Clear? Forest rights Gadbara case. Chhattisgarh High Court cancelled community forest right after Parsa East Kanta Basan mine cleared lakhs of trees in 9 years. Forest Advisory Committee rejected the mine in 2011, but clearances were granted in 2012 without Gram Sabha consent. Community forest rights who cancelled Chhattisgarh High Court after Parsa East Kanta Basan mine cleared lakhs of trees in 9 years. What is the history of it? Initially, Forest Advisory Committee rejected the mine in 2011. All right. But later, they granted the clearance in 2012 without Gram Sabha consent. Under Forest Rights Act, any forest, any region where tribal people are staying, scheduled tribes are staying, you need to take the consent from the Gram Sabha for any activity. Mining, cutting down the forest, you want to set up a dam, any activity you want to do there, you need to take their permission. Central government has allowed, state government has allowed, panchayat has allowed, no use. Gram Sabha, tribal people's Gram Sabha should give permission. Clear? National Green Tribunal cancelled the clearance in 2014. Supreme Court allowed mining pending reconsideration. This is the most bizarre ruling. Observe people. Forest Advisory Committee rejected it in 2011, but granted it in 2012 without Gram Sabha consent. Tribunal, what did they say? They cancelled the clearance. 2014, no, you cannot take it. We won't give you the clearance for doing mining activity there. And what did Supreme Court do? Supreme Court said, mining you can do. Pending reconsideration. What logic is that? The whole question is, can they do mining there or not? That was the whole question. Forest Advisory Committee rejected in 2011, gave in 2012, 2014 Green Tribunal rejected it, and Supreme Court is telling, mining you do, but other matters we will reconsider. What logic? Community forest rights recognized in 2013, revoked in 2016. Court ignored Forest Rights Act Section 47, free of encumbrances, and treated diversion as fait accompli, contradicting the Niyamgiri ruling. What is the point here? Mining we allowed, right? So obviously along with the deforestation will happen. Fait accompli. It is about to happen. It is bound to happen only. Okay. This is what Supreme Court is telling, which goes against the Niyamgiri ruling. Niyamgiri ruling back then. So this again, $1 million question. Again, it is about what? Example of development versus tribal rights versus sustainability. Getting the point here? Yeah, Arushi, Harshita, I agree with all of that. But let us look at this place name also. Chhattisgarh. Why especially in Chhattisgarh? Why? See, this forest clearance, you must understand, it is not just about clearing the forest. It is about putting up infrastructure there. Mining, if I am going to do, it is not that I will simply clear the forest and I'll start mining, right? I'll put roads. I'll have to put telecom towers. I'll have to definitely bring some development in that region, some sense of civilization. And Chhattisgarh was notorious for what? Notorious for Naxalism. You take the news article, now extrapolate it with the Naxalism's data. Because ever since this happened, what are we seeing? Naxalism has gone down in the city. I mean, in the state. Got the point here? This is the problem. This is the problem. Governance is always possible when we are sitting on, we can give ideas when we are sitting on this side of the fence. But the moment you get down to the ground, you see the realities. What will you prefer now? Got the idea? So I know there are plenty of Facebook posts, plenty of people have said their community rights have been affected, that, this, etc. Again, to all those people, again, only one thing I will say. Which tribal community stays in, that is pure forest dwellers that you talk about, forest dwellers, do they stay in one same place? Do they stay in one same place? They keep moving around, right? Got the point here? They keep moving around. Gram Sabha simply means, don't think about the Gram Sabha, what you have in your mind. One village will be there. People are sitting, proper homes, huts. No, that is not how it is. Gram Sabha simply means that tribal people who are more than the age of 18. That is a Gram Sabha. Getting the point here. So this is actually a collaboration of everything. They are only telling one case here and trying to what? Divert it. Jayashri, again I will tell you. See, our tribal Naxal activities which were there in other states. Every state took strong action, especially for example, Andhra Pradesh, etc. Greyhounds, Andhra Pradesh, special police force they created and they pushed the Naxals out of their state. Whichever Naxals got pushed out, be it from Bihar, West Bengal, that place, this place, etc. They all went and came to which area? Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, that region. The Dantewada region. Now from there only they are doing all their operation. That also will get wiped out. Clear? This is the point. Railway premium outlet. This is just a change that is happening. This is for my public administration students. That is based on demand, NPM. Southern Railways henceforth, Indian Railways adds premium brand catering outlet. McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut, Baskin Robbins, Bikaner Wala Haldirams. Allowed through e-auction. A 5-year tenure adds to 10,000 plus daily meals. This is for the Southern Railways. Henceforth, when you, not means right away, but eventually, when you start traveling along the southern region, you can expect what? You can place orders for McD, KFC, pizza, ice cream, etc. or Haldirams, Bikaner Wala, etc. They'll come and deliver it in the train. Getting the point here? Kerala had Naxals means those are the Naxals pushed out from other regions. Kerala's Naxalism was at its peak during that emergency era. That is different. Clear? Rare disease funding failure. Rare disease funding failure means there was this program. Program was basically crowdfunding for rare disease. So not a surprise that India is having 145 crore people. 145 plus crore people. In that again, a lot of people are there who are having rare genetic disorders. And it was found that many of these rare diseases, there's 50 plus deaths that have taken place in 2 years. This could have been avoided with funding. So what they decided was that they will put a portal they will open for public funding, where anybody, even people like us, charitable organizations, corporates, philanthropic people who want to do donation, etc., philanthropic activities, all of them can donate. They'll collect that money. They will utilize it for treatment of rare genetic disorder. But then later it went into some trouble. Finally, Delhi High Court has formed a committee to revive the platform. Channel corporate social responsibility funds. 12 centers of excellence exist. Corporate social responsibility reluctance plus low visibility, limit impact. Point is, corporates are not showing much interest. They are like, what will we get out of this? Because if you ask any corporate where they generally put their money in is, what will help their business, directly or indirectly. That is what they do, directly or indirectly, which will help them. Maybe putting up a road, allowing telecom towers to set up. Something which will improve the connectivity, which will help them better, their business better. Generally, they will look into those ventures only. Got the point? So this is again just a mains answer which you can give in your way forward. If for rare diseases, what can we do? This is about shipping MSC Elsa 3, which actually sank off the coast of Kerala. So in that again, another organization, an international organization basically told, Greenpeace report basically told, this company is the right, MSC. It is a notorious company. They don't follow most of the rules. They actually sent very old ships to these regions, the South Asian region, India, Pakistan, China, etc. Not China anymore, but other poor Southeast Asian countries. They send it over there. And then it gets damaged. It gets damaged, it will stop working, it will sink down. Who will face the brunt of it? The poor countries will face. So very recently now, Kerala High Court, after the ship sank off the coast of Kerala, Kerala High Court has ordered 1,227 crore deposit. The MSC company, what they have done is they have met the Prime Minister, they have talked with him, and they basically said that plans to reflag 12 vessels in India. What is reflagging? Flag of a vessel will tell you where that vessel is registered. So registration, if it is, let us say, in UK, top class it will be. Top class vessel it will be, because that will be the best vessel. Something which is registered in Pakistan or in a country in Africa, pathetic it will be. Pathetic. Getting the point here. So looking at the flag, I will know what is the quality. So registering vessels, that is 12 vessels in India, means obviously we will have to pay the registration fees for it. So this is like buttering the Indian government, telling that, okay, I know one vessel sank off in Kerala. It's okay. Listen, I will register 12 vessels here. Happy. India can become a very good hub for registration. Happy now. This is what it is. Clear? We are coming there. Maharashtra local body elections are being conducted because of Supreme Court mandate. This is a provision which is available in the Constitution, 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment, which says that every state government has to set up a state election commission. And it is their responsibility to ensure that elections to panchayats and municipalities are conducted on time every 5 years. And this is one provision which is violated by almost every state in the country, maybe with the exception of state of Kerala. State of Kerala conducts their local elections properly on time. Alright. But other states, we cannot say that. It is always violated. So here finally Supreme Court told, conduct the election. It will happen in 2-3 phases. That is not important. Clear? Transgender health Tamil Nadu model. So transgender, but it won't actually help India significantly, or will it? It is a start, Arushi. See, the idea is, right now, India is the graveyard for all the ships. All the old ships in the world, when it has run 50 years, 60 years, etc., they come to India. Part by part, it is removed, like scrapped. So part by part, it is removed, it is sold off. The fridge is sold off, the sofa, the bed, the this, the that. Each and every part by part, it is taken out and it is sold. So we are a graveyard. Biggest hub is Gujarat. So being a graveyard, once you be a graveyard, you know what is the trouble here? You will be never known for shipping. You will be only known as a garbage dump. It's shipping life is over, go dump it in India. This is the logic. Now you want to change it. How do you change it? By making it a hub for ship manufacture, which again is not possible. We don't have good dockyards here to build that level ships. We don't have proper cranes. We don't have proper manpower. Those things we don't have. Infrastructure wise itself, we don't have the space or even the machinery to construct large vessels. So what else is the next option? Make it an important area for registration. Make it an important area where you can drop your goods. From India, you can take it to other places. So make India an export hub. Export-import hub. Make it a transit hub so that anybody wants to send something to Asia, drop it in India. From India, it will go to rest of Asia. Or from other parts of Southeast Asia, bringing something. You take it to India. From India, it will go to the rest of the world. Getting the point here. Aditi, it is there. We have Cochin shipyard is there, which manufactures. But let me tell you, the ships and all what we manufacture, right? When you take it and put it near the ships, which is near, what is it, manufactured by China, our ships will look like small one goat. Like a goat it will look. Chinese ships will look like a dinosaur. That is the difference. Interesting to know that. Why is Kerala dumping medical and animal waste in Tamil Nadu? How to solve? Kerala is not dumping. Some idiots from Kerala are dumping it. The only thing to do is ensure proper checking is happening. That's all. Nothing else is there. See, dumping is only possible when the cops who are supposed to be keeping a check for these things. Animal and what is it? Medical waste, when you're bringing it to Tamil Nadu, it is not that they'll be smelling of sandalwood. It will be stinking royally. So the cops there, they shouldn't take bribe. Which cops are taking bribe, I don't know. That I don't know. Somebody is not doing their job. That's all. Clear? Now this is again just points for mains, highlighting the initiatives taken by the Tamil Nadu government to ensure transgenders also get equal access to health. So what are the various schemes that are there? Just go through it. That is what I would say. Just go through it for your mains only. Nothing hardcore here. All right. Yes, this is held every Saturday. Akash Gupta. Why is India's graveyard for ships? Why not any other country? When you take a scrap also, why do poor people actually come and collect garbage, go through these garbage and sometimes comes to our home and they'll buy our bottles, old plastic bottle, everything. Poverty. That's the thing. We never made the right investments on aircraft manufacturing, ship manufacturing. We never made it. Engine also, even now, Tejas crash landed. Everybody are like, oh my god, koi sadish hai, this hai, that hai. Whatever. Bottom line is, 30 years, more than 30 years it took for Hindustan Aeronautics Limited to come up with one aircraft. One aircraft. Tejas. Light combat. Nothing fancy. A light combat aircraft it is. And that, in the first one test flight only, boom. Done. वो भी पूरे दुनिया के सामने, in front of the entire world. Engine is from where? Outside. Now in this, after these many years of independence, almost 78 years of independence, now we are thinking about what? Okay, let us develop an aeronautical engine. So aeronautical engine, we don't have. Kaveri, we are developing. Ship engine, we don't have. And we want to do what? We want to overtake China. Got the point? Stalls multi-lane free flow. Again, current affair update only. So right now, you know, RFID tags are used. Radio frequency ID tags are used. Basically, that beam will come. Radio frequency is emitted out. That radio frequency will come, hit on your windscreen on which that fast tag sticker is there. From that, it will read the information. Money gets deducted from your bank account. Correct? Now the plan is, let us remove it. Let us remove what? Let us remove this. So earlier, you have this beam. Now the idea is, let us remove this. Instead, let us keep what? High intense RFID readers. Scanners, which will read it even from the number plate and automatically deduct it. In case, so if you earlier and all, what will happen is, if you don't have enough of bank balance, sufficient balance in that whatever payment bank or whatever is there, it will show over here in this display, blacklist. Correct? How to solve this problem now? The idea is, now this is not there. And I have driven. I drove inside. Without any balance, I drove inside. No beam now. They found out through the high intensity RFID, they found out whose vehicle it is, what vehicle number, everything they got. The fine will get added to your insurance amount. The fine will get added to your insurance amount. So the next time when you go to pay insurance or you go for any other work of your with regard to your car, there it will show this much fine is there with interest. Got the point here. This is something which is already there. This system and all is already there in Dubai. Dubai, it is not that the police will hide in the corner and suddenly they'll jump out. Ha ha, caught you. They won't do that. They will just sit simply. They don't even bother you. Why? You break any traffic rule, the fine keeps getting added up. Finally, when you go to pay your insurance, after 1 year, when you go to pay your insurance, that time they will show this much of money is remaining. Why remove what? That is the answer. Joshi Pin Lindsay. See, the reason is research and development we never focused on. We created engineers. But engineers for what? Just to work in other companies. Kerala, Cochin University, there is a course itself called Ship Technology. Correct, BTech in Ship Technology. Whoever does that BTech in Ship Technology, are they working in India? They are all working for foreign companies. That is the reason. Clear? Precision biotherapeutics. This whole article is very, very general. So earlier, you remember, we talked about genetic disorder. Correct, rare genetic disorder. This topic, again, I had covered it early. In India, especially, this is one of the major contributors. Yes, we know lifestyle diseases are there. Then pollution, land, water, air, then the quality of the food that we are eating, all these matters, and that may trigger all these can create rare diseases. Getting the point? All this can create. But another factor, one of the major factor that is contributing to this is endogamy. Marrying within a certain community. Worse than that is there are people again who marry within their family also. That is even cousin marriage or this mama ponnu, atte ponnu, that ponnu, this ponnu. All that will create this issue. That is why these days, people who are married will know it. When you marry and when your wife conceives, first question that will be asked by the gynecologist, are you from the same family? First question that they ask. Because the moment you say, yeah, this is my this relative, then they will say, okay, listen, there is this much percentage for a complication. Immediately they will give you, without even doing any scanning, this thing, that thing, they will tell you there will be complication. We are telling you now only. Oh, why, doctor, you are telling all this? Because that is how it is. I cannot, because we don't have that provision where we can take out the DNA and then tell, okay, this DNA, this particular gene is defective. That level technology we don't have in India. It is available in USA, it is there in Europe. To clearly tell the expecting parents, because you are all from the same family or within the same community, you have this faulty gene, she also has this faulty gene. Both your genes combined, it is present in your baby will have this issue. This is what is happening now. Got the point? So how to solve it? That is where you need to know the DNA sequence. ATGC. It is not exactly like this, but there are 4 base pairs. ATGC. Adenine, thymine, cytosine, guanine. So, what is the sequence of the DNA? Like this, the DNA sequence that is there for you, me, and everybody who is listening to this class, that will take ages together, Aditi. This DNA sequence will be different. But the fact is, if I get to know the DNA sequence of all the Indians in our country, if I have the entire DNA sequence, I'll get to know which are the diseases that are there in India based on region, community, lifestyle, etc. I'll be able to pinpoint and say. Once I get to know the DNA sequence, the next advantage is what? Once I know what is the DNA sequence of all Indians, I can do what? Custom made medicines. Custom made medicines means this medicine will only react to that particular DNA. If I have it, it won't show any effect on me. It is as good as I didn't take anything. That means medicines will be manufactured tailored to that particular DNA. Treatment will be precision treatment. That is the future. For genetic rare disorders, that is the only solution. Clear? Correct? Genome India project, very good. Any disease it can be. Any disease. It depends upon parents' faulty DNA. For example, now, some of the genetic disorders include breast cancer, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, leukemia, sickle cell anemia. These are some of them. 5. Multiple are there. Other ones are also there. That all depends upon the type of DNA that particular family will be carrying. Getting the point here. So sometimes what happens is, in the mother that gene will be there. But mother, let us say, married somebody outside the community. Faulty DNA is there. Father is all fine. But because the person married somebody from outside the community, all right, the child, even if they inherit it, it won't lead to a disease. Because father's DNA is there. It will counter it. It will almost rectify it. That is how it is. Getting the point here? Point here again is, don't go tell your home this thing and all. Enjogamy is very bad. I want to marry somebody from outside our community. You will become mutton keema. All right. So don't do that. But this is the scientific explanation for it. All right. Even if you talking it from the terms of an animal's perspective, there is an animal from Tamil Nadu called Rajapalayam. I told this earlier also. It's a hunting dog. If you look at Rajapalayam, the make of it, it is the same. It is just looks like the dogs that are used in Africa to hunt lions. Very lean, very slim, but very lethal. Very lethal dog, very dangerous dog. Very dangerous dog. But nobody will, keep it in their home. One reason is it's a dangerous dog. It's a one master dog. It's very difficult to handle it. You have to make it constantly work. You cannot keep it like some other foreign breeds and all. Second thing is, by 8 or 9 years, that dog will start becoming blind. What is the main reason? Inbreeding. No mixing has happened. Some of the finest breeds of dogs, if you see in the world, be it German Shepherd, Belgian Malinois, your Rottweiler, Alabai. All right. So all these dog breeds, if you take, why are they so superior and so strong? Mixed genetics. Wherever mixed genetics happens, automatically what will happen? The next offspring will be super strong. That is how it is. John Abraham, Priyanka Chopra. Clear? Anything. See, I'm telling you, anything it can be. Heart disease it can be. Anything it can be. Clear? Artificial intelligence limits in drug discovery. So people who are going on telling, artificial intelligence will replace this, replace that. The other day I was watching a news. One private company, corporate company, they fired first 8,000 employees. Telling that, AI is here. We don't want you. Hey, go away. After 6 months, they are like, come back. No, we will hire you. We'll give you hike also. Please come back. Why? See, AI understand even today. AI is just like a computer. It is computer. You would have learned computer. What input you give, based on that only you're going to get output. Based on input only you're going to get your output. Similarly, AI is also based on what data you have taught it. On that basis only it will give the output. It is not very intelligent. It is totally dumb. Totally dumb. Getting the point here. So AI, they found out that you cannot expect AI to, if you show it different drug combinations. Drug combination means not that la and drug. Treatment drugs. Therapeutic drugs. The therapeutic drugs, different combinations, if you teach it, will it be able to find some new combination which will help in treatment of disease? So far, no. It won't be able to find it. Getting the point here? So there are limitations to this. It cannot create something new. Creation, ultimately, it lies with human beings. We are the true creators. No, sir. God is the creator. God also we only created, na? Get the point. God also we only have created. Nobody else. Nobody else created God. We created God. Got the point here. Tuberculosis 2025 snapshot. The tuberculosis incidents have started coming down. But goes without saying, highest level of TB deaths are happening in our country. Clear? Globally, you are having 12 lakh death. 1.07 crore cases. India, 25% of all the cases. 25% of all the cases lies in India. That means out of 1 crore, if you take, 25 lakhs is from India. Clear? India incidence fell 21% from 237 to 187 per lakh. 92% people are covered today. High cases are there in UP, Maharashtra, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh. Tuberculosis, like I told you, wherever you have malnourishment, wherever is there, they will have what? They will have very low immunity. And if your immunity levels are very low, there is a high chance that you will get TB. So if you look at these states, UP, Maharashtra, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, poverty levels in these states are also very high. In addition to the fact that taking BD, cigarette, gutka, pan, all these is also pretty high in these states. It will make your lung even more worse. Getting the point here? Interventions, 9,391 rapid molecular testing laboratories, 107 drug susceptibility laboratories, 500 artificial intelligence X-ray units. So let us see what is this molecular testing. So how TB is tested? One way is do X-ray of the chest. But this is only useful when the person gets, TB becomes at its severity. Lungs will be totally gone. That time if you take an X-ray, it will be shown. Preliminary stage, it is not seen. So X-ray is not a foolproof method. Second method is what? Sputum smear test. Sputum smear test is you suck in the mucus, bring it down into your mouth, spit it out. It will be put in a glass slide, and it will be checked under a microscope for TB bacteria. Again, not a useful method simply because that bacteria will only be seen again if it is in the severe stage, not in the initial stage. That is where we have come out with this molecular testing laboratories, which will look for the DNA. So these days what we are having is X-ray is there, sputum is also there, molecular testing laboratories are there. Even we are having what? Battery operated such machines are there, which can be taken to rural areas. Within 1 hour you will get the result. Because one of the first and foremost thing with TB is that getting to know this person has TB much beforehand. That is the logic here. Clear? Why our health sector is not good? Because our focus is on subsidies and freebies. See, we don't come out on the road for health. We don't protest for education. We don't protest for clean air, clean water. Bhopal gas tragedy took place in Madhya Pradesh when Rajiv Gandhi was the Prime Minister. When did they remove the waste? Last year. Just last year only they removed the entire chemical, carcinogenic, highly toxic waste from Madhya Pradesh. Last year. How many years? Close to 40 years it's been lying there. Underground water got polluted. People there, their generation after generation, who took in that toxic waste, leachate. All the chemicals getting mixed with toxic waste getting mixed with groundwater. That is what you call leachate. That entire community there suffered. Did anything happen in the country? Did any opposition create an issue? Did any media cover it properly? This is the issue. We fight over dogs, we fight over temples, mosques, religion, everything. What is needed, we don't fight over. We are okay if there is no health. We are okay if there is no education. Why? Indore, supposed to be the cleanest city in India. Newborn babies died because rats bit the babies. Rats inside a hospital. If it is on the ground floor, you kept the baby on the ground floor, we can understand. Where is the baby? Some third or fourth floor. Till there, rats have climbed and come. Even when the media went to cover it, they are seeing, they removed the babies from there. Rats are still running on it. Rats are still coming there. This is our country. We are entirely responsible for our pathetic situation. We only want subsidies. We only want freebies. We only want discounts. We only want IPL matches. Cricket match between India and Pakistan. We are responsible for this. You, me, everybody. We are a pathetic society. That's the bottom line. Antimicrobial resistance. This antimicrobial resistance, again, somebody was asking in the chat section here, YouTube community. Antimicrobial resistance, there are two ways it will happen. Or rather, three ways. Now, very recently, again, today evening only I saw that news. India has a severe antimicrobial resistance, that is crisis. More than 80% have AMR, 80% of Indians. What does it mean? See, you and I will do one thing. So, for example, I have done this. When I was having a severe cough, I went into a pharmacy. I told them this cough is not stopping. That lady there immediately gave me an antibiotic. He said, have it. Today one you have. Tomorrow morning one more you have. As soon as I had that first antibiotic only, 90% of my trouble reduced. I could feel a change. Next day morning I had, it drastically dropped. Occasional small cough, but otherwise it was fine. Now, what has happened there? I didn't go to a doctor. I directly went to the pharmacy. She gave me an antibiotic. Can she do that? Absolutely not. But who is there to stop her? Who is there to stop me? There is a pharmacy almost in every nook and corner of our country. Where and all will they go and check? Who is selling what? For prevent, this is what we call as over the counter. Over the counter sale. No need of any medical prescription. Immediately it is sold out to you. What happens? See, she gave me 2 only. Fine. But what is happening here? I took an antibiotic without a doctor's prescription. Maybe a doctor would have told me exactly what my problem is. I didn't go for that. I went for this. What has happened? I have taken an antibiotic. Maybe it was not necessary, we don't know. But what will happen is, inside my body now antibiotic is there. So if at all it was some other bacteria that was present, that bacteria is now trained to fight antibiotics. When you keep taking antibiotic like that, you keep taking antibiotic simply like that, without a proper doctor's prescription, the bacteria will slowly become what? Superman. That is theory of evolution. I don't know how many of you have noticed that sometimes you will switch on good night. Correct. And then you will see that one mosquito will be there, which will stand on top of that regulator only. You will be like, eh? One mosquito will be there which would like to be, which wants to do what? Play Rocky by standing on the regulator itself. Huh. So this is evolution. Constantly when you keep exposing it to a chemical, you will end up what? You will end up the ability to withstand it. That is what will happen. Same thing is happening with the bacteria. So this is one reason. Second reason is, In poultry, antibiotics are given. Antibiotics are given to fatten the chicken, etc. Especially that white leghorn chicken, not the what is it? What we call nati kori, nadangori, not that one, not the local guy. Local one which with black color, red, brown color, different colors will be there. Very slim, running at the top speed. Not that one. This is that white leghorn. Won't even move. You open the cage and keep also, it won't run. Those things are actually given, these antibiotics, to fatten up and also to ensure that they don't fall sick. Cattle, forget it. They give it in nice quantities. So if you are cattle, even cattle, when I say please understand, every type of cattle. If you are a heavy non-vegetarian, there is a very good chance what you have already have high levels of antibiotics present in your body. So the next time when you get a disease, you'd go to the hospital. When the doctors try to give you basic antibiotics, your body won't react to it. Because the bacteria sitting inside your body is like, bas itna hi, ye to maine dekh liya hai prabhu. Because the bacteria in your body is already exposed to it. Already exposed to heavy antibiotic. So for it, it is like jujube. It is like, bring it on, baby. I don't care, baby. Like that it will be. This type of bacteria itself is called drug-resistant bacteria. In some cases, you have extremely drug-resistant bacteria. Extremely drug-resistant bacteria means even after giving heavy antibiotics are there. Even after giving that also, the bacteria is not dying. And this crisis right now is there in India more than 80%. Third reason is also there. Self-medication. Thanks to Google, everybody today is an uncertified doctor. That is the reason why doctors have lost all their value these days. That it is a reality because we hardly go to doctors these days. Because the moment before we go only, we will Google and keep everything. Then we will test whether the doctor has knowledge or not. That is what we do these days. Based on what Google will say, we will go to the medical shop, we will take the medicine. Fourth reason, not completing the course. You go to a doctor will tell you, okay, have this for 4 days, one time in the morning, one time in the night after food. After 2 days, you will start feeling, I'm all fine now. Now who will have this medicine? No need. You will do that. Doctor is not meant to follow it for 4 days because 4 days when you follow it properly only, whatever bacteria is there will get killed completely. That is the reason they tell that. So when you don't complete the course, what happens is there is a bacteria which is lying dormant. It is just suppressed, not killed. It will become virulent later. Got the point here? Early, too much high amount of chicken for children can cause early puberty. See, whether you do, it's nothing to do with injections in the chicken. You are having more proteins. See, it has nothing to do with chicken, mutton, beef and all. You are having more proteins in your diet. Automatically, it's not that early puberty will start from some 6 or 7 years or something. That will be a very rare case. But from 11 or 12 onwards only, organs will grow. That is the point. All the organs will grow. That is the point here. Clear? Should I quit NEET then? What and all doubts, man. Hepatitis A vaccine priority. This hepatitis A vaccine. All right. Indigenous vaccine, Biovac A. More than 90 to 95% efficacy. This is just prelims related. Just read it. Dropped from 90% to 60%. That is outbreaks rising in Kerala, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi. Adults face severe disease. no specific treatment. Indigenous vaccine Biovac, more than 90 to 95% efficacy. 15 to 20-year lifelong immunity. Typhoid vaccine still useful, but hepatitis A gives higher returns now. Roll out phased outbreak prone states first, guided by zero surveys. Prevalence of the virus has come down. That is the point. Dolphin Fisher Corporation. This is found in the Ashtamudi Lake. This is basically the Indo-Pacific humpback dolphin is there. So what it is doing is, it will chase the school of fish. School of fish means a group of fish. Group of fish is called school. Just like how you call a group of lion, pride. Group of wolf, pack. So a pack of wolves, a pride of lions. Just like that, a school of fish. What this dolphin will do is, it will chase this fish towards what? From the deep ocean towards the shallow water. That means less depth. It will chase it towards there. As it is approaching, as it nears the shallow water, what the dolphin will do is, it will slap its tail. Tail is there now. It will slap it on the water. Or it will do a roll motion. Why it is doing that? To tell the fisherman that, see, I have brought the fish near you. Now is the time to catch. That time the fishermen will pull their nets. They will catch the fish. Little bit fish which, so when majority of the fish gets caught like this, the other fish, they'll get disturbed. They'll suddenly wonder, oh, where all my friends went. What happened? It will get disoriented. That the dolphin will eat. International group has come down now to study this behavior without, in its natural environment only, without capturing the dolphin or without capturing any fish, nothing. Just to study this behavior. Because this behavior where man and an animal is living together so cooperatively, it's not written down. There are not many examples for this. Clear? Good, Shivansh. Southern elephant seals decline. Southern elephant seals decline. This is again a what is it? A type of a seal again, found in South Georgia, etc. So their numbers are declining because of avian influenza. Avian influenza is again a disease which affects actually the birds, but it is found that it is affecting the southern elephant seals also. Great Nicobar Project biodiversity risk. Great Nicobar Project biodiversity risk is simply this much. Central government has admitted that there will be environmental degradation. There will be environmental degradation, but we are ensuring that we are taking up all the measures to reduce its effect. Mitigation efforts we are keeping so to reduce its effect. It's a 92,000 crore project that will impact the Galatia Bay, where you have 20,000 plus corals, 50 plus megapod mounts, major leatherback turtle nesting site. Wildlife sanctuary denotified in 2021. Denotified. Denotified means whatever a region which was supposed to be made a wildlife sanctuary, you denotified. You said, no wildlife sanctuary there. Why? So that it can become a court. As per the rules, Coastal Regulation Zone 1A prohibits sports. What is a Coastal Regulation Zone 1A? A region where you are having corals, or you are having leatherback turtles, or megapod. Any one is there, you have to declare it as Coastal Regulation Zone 1A. Means no activities there. And what is there in this Galatia Bay? Corals are there. Leatherback turtles are there. Mounts are also there. Clear? All of that is there. Still, why is it that it was not declared as a Coastal Regulation Zone 1A? Why are we going ahead with this development? Simple. You keep going behind environment. From where the hell are you going to generate job opportunities for the countless youth in our country? From where are you going to create it? All said and done, Andaman and Nicobar Islands is away from mainland. Correct? It is away. It is there. Why can't I develop it as a tourism spot? Why shouldn't I develop it? Proper airport is there, seaport is there. I can ensure what? Cruise tourism. I can ensure normal tourism. Resorts will come, everything will come. Aram se I can make it what? A hub for tourism. That's it. Getting the point here. Correct. National Center for Sustainable Coastal Management report reclassified the area as Coastal Regulation Zone 1B, which means what? You can do it. You can do whatever little bit of development there. Iran and cryptocurrency. So, Iran is one country on which once again sanctions have been placed because of their nuclear activity. These sanctions being placed means Iran cannot use the SWIFT platform. It is a bank messaging platform. Messaging platform means it is not that it will send money, but it will basically send messages. That is, from this particular country, this particular bank, you are going to get this much amount of money. Do you approve of this? Ah, yes, approved. Money will then come. So this is basically, the SWIFT system is necessary for all your export payments, export earnings, and whatever import payments you want to make, that also you need this. But sanctions being placed on Iran means Iran won't be able to use what? Iran won't be able to use SWIFT. So what is the suggestion coming from Iran side? Let us use cryptocurrency. That way we need not depend on SWIFT to them. That is what Iran is telling. But the fact of the matter is no country has trust or faith on Iran's cryptocurrency system. Why? That's it. Clear? Tribes. I forgot actually. Shompen tribes are there. That region tribal presence is actually a little limited. Great Nicobar region. At least wherever we are developing this project. It more than tribe, it is the natural environment. Articles, see, one more thing I will tell you. These articles on, oh my god, environment is in danger, will keep popping up whenever the Indian government is trying to boost an area. Okay, we need to boost or develop this area. Only then the unemployment problem, etc., can be solved. It will be a boon to India. It will strengthen our economic base, etc. Whenever Indian government tries to take any such decision, these articles will pop up. Best example, that Ladakh's protest. Now nobody has any issue. Now nobody is caring about 6th schedule. The rights of the Ladakhi people, blah, 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 blah. Hindu kept on writing article after article. What happened to all that article now? Now nobody has any issue. This is the point that I am trying to tell you. So when you go to your interview board also, be it SSB interview, for those of you preparing for NDA, SSB exams, pro-India, pro-national security, pro-development of the country. Not that you'll say, but the environment, but the tribal population. No. You will always give predominance to national security, safety of the country, economic development of the country. Even if the board may try to fool you, but what about the tribal rights? Do you think the tribal rights can be ignored? They will do all that natak. You will think I am doing nautanki here. Wait till you go to the interview board, you will find more actors than me, better actors than me are sitting there. They will make all sorts of facial expression statements just to fool you, just to check whether you are sticking to your guns, whether you are validating the statements that you have said, whether you believe in it or not. Keep it in mind. Got it? Inflation targeting plus consumer price index. So, inflation targeting consumer price index means RBI basically asked, should we focus on headline inflation or should we focus on core inflation? Headline inflation's main idea is it will calculate every change in fuel and food. Headline inflation includes fuel and food price changes. So slight change in fuel, slight change in food price, headline inflation, immediate it will show the change. However, in core inflation, there is no fuel and no food. That means in core inflation, I'll get a clear idea how much is the inflation because of demand. More demand is there, automatically price will increase. So I'll get a clear idea about demand driven inflation. But this thing here, it will only tell me what? Any volatility in fuel and food, it will immediately show it to me. So in India, basically, we need to use this value only because fuel, obviously, 86% of our crude oil needs comes from outside. Absolutely, Harshita. Getting the point. Food also, there is no predictability. Monsoon, northeast monsoon, anything can happen. Adverse weather events. Food also, supply issues can come, prices can increase. So RBI is asking, should we go for headline or core? This is RBI's question. RBI is asking, should we stick to this? Next question asked by RBI is, should we fix? Right now, the frequency range is 4 plus or minus 2%. That means higher limit is 6%, lower limit is 2%. 4 minus 2, 2, 4 plus 2, 6. RBI is asking, should we increase this 6% or not? This is where we need to discuss a theory here, which is basically Phillips curve. If you look at this graph here, my question to you is, if employment, I know this is unemployment, but you tell me, use your brains and tell me, if employment is more, what will happen to inflation? From this graph, you tell me. Whom they are asking, sir? They are asking the public, Suman. They are asking the public for their opinion. Sudan, Africa, it is never important. Aditi is telling decrease. Aditi, think again. If everybody is having job, employment, if everybody is having job, that means everybody will be having money in their hands. More money. When more money is there, what will happen? When money is more, demand will increase. When demand increases, what will happen? Inflation will increase. In other words, the idea behind this whole concept behind Phillips curve is, along with growth, whenever growth is there, along with that, you will have some amount of inflation. This is the idea. Previous year UPSC question again. When growth is there, there will be always some amount of inflation. Decrease, decrease. Some people are telling decrease. Clear? This is the logic. More people are employed, more people will have money. So that will lead to inflation. This is the logic. Now, the problem here is only to a certain level this will hold true. Beyond a certain point, when the inflation starts increasing, cost of manufacturing will go up. Labor cost will go up because prices are increasing everywhere, right? So everywhere prices will increase. Inflation keeps on growing. People will stop producing things. People will be like, oh my God, producing it is so difficult. In India, that is what is happening right now. If I am a producer, rather than getting the raw materials from the Indian market, I am importing it from outside. Why am I importing it from outside? Because importing is cheaper than buying it from India. This is the reality. Getting the point here? It is better to buy it from outside. So what will happen? Domestic manufacture, domestic growth, everything will come down. Clear with this? So you need to arrest it. Then the next thing is to do with consumer price index. That article. That also, let me tell you what it is about. Consumer Price Index again, CPI. It basically finds out the changes in values of whatever price the consumer is paying. But what is the trouble with this? The base year taken for this is 2012. Base year means what? Reference year. Which year you are taking as reference? I am taking a year as reference 2012 where we practically had no e-commerce. Literally internet usage was also down. And back then this was not the housing price, this was not the food price, nothing is similar to that year. So this year we need to change now. It is said that next year they will change the year maybe to 2024. We have to wait and watch. Getting the point here. We'll have to wait and watch till then. Clear? This is the fact. Any doubts in this now? Correct, Anil? Anybody having a doubt? No, Kingdom. See, I'll tell you, we have already, even before America imposed tariffs on us, India had decided to reduce the dependence on Russian oil. That is what data is telling. Data from Commerce and Industry, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, from that we got to know that this had appeared in last week's paper, this week's paper only, that even before USA imposed tariffs on us, we have taken it behind. We have slowly taken it back. Clear? Now, that is that. Geographical indication Ambaji marble, straight away, just prelims point. Prelims it is. It is Banaskanthas Ambaji marble gets geographical indication tag. Pure white high calcium marble, 1200 to 1500 year old mines. Used in Dilwara temples, also US, New Zealand and England temples. Data centers in India boom. So in India, basically, again, this is data again, data related. $30 billion is the potential investments that will come into the country for data centers. Why? Because we have a clause. If any company is coming here, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, whatever, Apple, they'll have to maintain Indians' data inside the country. No more taking the data to USA. The MasterCard, Visa card, all these people have no choice but what? Investing in data centers in our country. Very good for us. Getting the point here. Because in remote parts of the country where there is no sunsan jaga, no people is there, booth pret bangla wala ambience, there you can go and set these things up. Noida it is coming up, Gurugram it is coming up, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh it is coming up. Clear? So data regarding it, you can go for it. Like for example, Google's is around 87,520 crore, Visakhapatnam. Amazon Web Services, more than 1 lakh crore. Microsoft, more than 25,000 crore. Trade deficit October. Record trade deficit in October. Record trade deficit means our imports were more than our exports. Why didn't they increase the base year early? See, Aditi, when you take up the base year, it is very important that you should take a year where there was price stability. So that we couldn't do, because I will tell you, government changed. 2014. Government changed. 2015, Niti Aayog came. 2016, demonetization. 2017, GST. Combined effect of demonetization and GST took the economy down. So that 2 years we did not consider. 18 and 19, we were like, no need. We will wait for some more years. 2020, then what happened? Corona. 21, Corona's effect. 22, Corona's effect. Now 23, 24, finally we are coming out. Needless to say again, 2019 was an election year. 2024 was an election year. So all these factors put into it became later. Same thing. 2011 last census. Ideally, census should have taken place in 2021. But 2021 just after Corona. So we didn't do it. Then election came. Again we didn't do it. Now we have scheduled it for 27. Getting the point here? Contact impact this or not? I did not understand your question, Sham. This trade deficit has increased. Now, why has it increased? Major reasons for increase in our trade bill. One, yes, our exports declined by 11%. Imports increased because of what? Gold, silver. Gold imports tripled, silver imports 5 times. Rupee therefore depreciated. So this again multiple times I have given it to you. So you are having trade deficit. Means imports more than exports. This will lead to what? Rupee depreciation. This can actually contribute to increase in inflation, which can actually lead to an increase in interest rates. Why? This is largely because of RBI increasing repo rate, which is called the monetary policy. And when interest rate increases, what happens next? When interest rate increases, investments will decline, overall purchasing will decline, because nobody will buy a new car, nobody will buy a new bike, nobody will basically buy any consumer durable when the interest rates are high. Because when interest rate is high means, understand, interest rate on what will increase? Fixed deposit will increase. For loans also it will increase. So this is going on increasing. That means in the economy now what will happen? Now in the economy, production, consumption, both will go down. Production and consumption goes down simply means income tax collections will decrease and GST collections will decrease. In other words, what it will lead to? Fiscal deficit will increase. Because government is getting lesser revenue, but on the other hand, government has to keep paying the salary, the pension, the subsidies, etc. Definitely. Means I'm not so sure. But yeah, they can ask a holistic question like this. Getting the point. Now the next thing is, the government was celebrating that it is a low inflation now. Yay, consumer price index has decreased. Yes, we have done it finally. Blah, 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 blah. Why? Because when they did a comparison with last year's inflation, this year's inflation is less. Because last year inflation was very, very high. Around 9% it was. Last year, because you had a very high value, when you compare it to last year, this year it was low. But when you actually went and asked people, are you happy? What do you feel about inflation? They said inflation. Consumer survey told us what? Inflation is currently at what level? Inflation is more than 7%. What is RBI's finding? RBI's finding is that inflation is very, very low. It is less than 1%. This is what? Or not RBI, consumer price index is telling us. So this is about perception, what people are feeling, because it is a reality. In Bangalore, certain places the rent is 60,000 rupees per month, 1 lakh rupees per month. That is the reality here. If you have 40,000 rupees, you cannot survive in Bangalore. You will be surviving only if you are staying in your own home. Your mother or your sister or your wife or your daughter is there to cook and give you. I'm telling you, I'm not telling. Why can't men cook? Don't make it a feminism issue now. You cannot afford a maid. You need somebody who is not a housewife. I mean, who is not working, who is a housewife. So somebody is there to cook and give you, then you can survive. Otherwise, you cannot. With that salary, you cannot survive in the city. Got the point here? So inflation, the cost of living has actually gone up. Even for just to teach your child A for apple, B for ball, you have to pay 1 lakh. So it has gone up. This is where connecting topic again. Happiness index. In happiness index, apparently Pakistan is ahead of us. Pakistan is ahead of us. Okay. India's rank is 118 and Pakistan's rank is around 109. Pakistan is 109, India is 118. So automatically everybody are like, then some people started criticizing, see, we are behind Pakistan. Then do one thing, go and stay in Pakistan, right? No, I'm serious. It is not that I'm trying to support the government or anything. If you actually feel Pakistan is really happier than us, please go there. A place where continuous electricity is not available, gas shortage is there. 1 kilo wheat actually costs 250 to 300 rupees, 300 Pakistani rupees. That is the level of inflation. If we are saying inflation is there in India, in Pakistan it is on another level. What is the reason for it? The reason is because you are taking people's opinion here. What do they feel? In India, people are demanding for better things. Good schools, good hospitals, roads, clean environment. That is what we are demanding. In Pakistan, they are okay with it. They are like, sab kuch sahi hai. Kya sahi hai bhaiya? Nothing. But they are okay because they are used to what? An absolutely pathetic life. They are okay with minimal things. We are already getting everything. We are a democracy. We are openly criticizing the government. We are telling what are they doing? They are destroying the environment, this, that. We have 1,000 opinions. We are unsatisfied. We are aspiring for the better quality of life, not quantity. That is the reason in this happiness index we are behind. Getting the point here. This is the reason. Cereal procurement crisis. The cereal procurement crisis is in Tamil Nadu basically excess rice was produced. Whatever rice was there, they bought it and it led to what? A huge glut in the stock. That is how much? Current stock is around 356.1 lakh tons. How much is the actual capacity? 102.5. Actual capacity is 102.5. And how much did we acquire? 356. Why is it that farmers continue to grow rice and wheat? MSP is the reason. MSP is the main reason. Indian government is also scared not to touch the MSP on rice and wheat. Because we have faced famines earlier where people were dying on the road because they were not getting calorie. That is why in our diet also, if you see, we always eat this much rice, a lot of chapatis. That is how we eat. So that has now come to a stop. Not come to a stop. That is the reason why government is still encouraging what? Rice and wheat, rice, wheat, sugarcane. Three things which government ensures that it is always there in stock. Got the point? On the other side, what is happening? We are importing edible oil. 55% of this vegetable cooking oil that we are talking about, we are importing it. Because why? We have very poor food processing industries in our country. Food processing industry is a sure shot mains question, repeatedly asked almost every year. We have a lot of food, different types of food, crops, everything we have, but we have very poor processing industry. Got the point here? Now to solve this issue again, what has government come up with is digital governance, e-public distribution system. This is again both prelims and mains. Asha, then Bandar and 360, smart export-import warehouse system, plus Anna, Darpan, modernized warehousing and tracking. These are the way forward, as well as this can also come as a prelims-based question. Clear? See, we are not comparing, but the fact of the matter is, if Pakistan just steps one step above us, also people will be like, see, Pakistan is above India. This is what they do. Without even going into the merits of on what basis is this data calculated, how it is calculated. That is the point here. Global navigation satellite system spoofing. This is actually an internal security topic. So what had happened was that last week, around the same time when this Delhi bomb blast took place, as aircrafts were about to take off from Delhi airport, it suddenly started giving warning: terrain, terrain, terrain. This terrain warning will generally come if you are going to hit a building or if you are going to hit a mountain. That is when this terrain warning will come. It simply means there is an obstacle ahead. Pilots were immediately wondering, how is this possible? Because you are taking off from the runway, you are taking off. From Delhi airport, runway, you are about to take off, you are taking off. And as you are taking off, it is telling terrain, 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 terrain warning. This was experienced by multiple aircrafts. They have solved the glitch. Within 24 hours, it took for them to solve the glitch, etc. But so far, no official statement has come as to whether it was a purposeful attack. Because the terrorist plan was to target 26 cities in India. Imagine 26 cities in India getting targeted, and simultaneously you have aircrafts coming and crashing down on the different parts of India. Imagine then, what would have happened? So we don't know whether it was a combined terror attack or not. This is one thing. Connected to that again, how did the terrorists communicate? They actually used this software, Trima, developed by Switzerland. Completely encrypted. The advantage of this thing is it doesn't store any personal information. Neither your mobile number, neither your email, nothing it will store. Whatever data, whatever message you type, you can delete. If you delete from your side, the other person also deletes it from their side. No security agency will be able to track it down. So it is believed that they might have used this. No confirmation yet. Another internal security topic. Clear? See, they will get punished or not. That is, I don't have any trust issues with our army. I don't have that. But the reality today is, see, we know where is Pakistan. We know where Shahbaz Sharif's, Takla head is there. We know, we can pinpoint and drop a missile. That's so the next time he says, India attacked me while I was in the swimming pool. I had to run away in my underwear. We can make him say that in front of the media. Not at all a problem. What are we going to deal with about the traitors inside the country? From where are we going to identify them and put a stop to it? Because white-collared terrorism is a reality. It is not a new term. Mind you, this is not a new term. The original white-collar terrorist is our own, very own, Pakistan's favorite, Osama bin Laden. He is an engineer. Classic example of a white-collar original white-collar terrorist. Plenty of money, no poverty, lived royally well in Saudi Arabia, lived royally well in Pakistan. Getting the point here. But now it has come to our doorstep. That is what it means. Today we are finally realizing there are white-collar terrorists in our country. We have caught a few. What about the uncaught ones? That is the reality. Uske liye what will you do? Clear? United States shutdown means it is the longest shutdown in the history where for more than 30 to 40 days salaries were not paid to federal employees. Because Trump was basically telling he will not give a subsidized health insurance package to a few employees. Few of the government employees, he won't give it. Democrats were not ready for it. Trump wanted to pass a bill which would have literally stopped that funding. So how was Democrats able to do it? Democrats were doing it through a process in the Constitution called filibuster. Filibuster simply means in the US Senate, 100 people are there, imagine. So normally for any bill to get passed, you need only what? 51. Out of 100 is there, that is enough. Any bill will get passed. But if a minority of the governors or the senators, if they feel, minority feels, no, we don't want this bill to get passed this quickly, they can delay the passage. How? By demanding that to pass this bill, It is not 51. At least the support of 60 is needed. So Trump started getting angry because Trump wanted to pass this bill, which will basically cut down this health insurance subsidy. Trump wanted to put an end to it. But then it took time. Finally, 60 they got. Because 51, he thought it would pass quickly, but then the Democrats were creating trouble for him. Finally, somehow they managed 60. And now, at least for now, things are looking fine. But he has promised that he will take out this clause. Clear? Nuclear arms races, basically USA told that they want to conduct a nuclear test now. If they conduct it, Russia will do it. Then China will do it. India will do it. Pakistan will do it. That's what it is. Now they have again said that no, we won't conduct a nuclear explosion. We'll only carry test of its strategic vehicles. That's it. So nothing more other than that. Care economy, International Day of Care. Care economy means basically care economy is generally led by women. There are very few men who actually know how to change the pampers of their own baby or take care of their old parents. Most of the time it is done by the women. So what is the problem with it? What are the challenges associated with it? That's it. Clear? So that's it, people. With that, we come to an end of the class. Fastener arrangement was basically made to actually help in the import and export of military weapons. What grade, I don't remember it now, but military weapons it was. So after we signed that agreement only, it became possible for us to basically export and import, buy easily the weapons, etc. If you actually see, this was WMA. Or AMW. MOA, yes. Missile Technology Control Regime, Wassenaar Arrangement, Australian Group. After signing these three agreements only, it became easy for India to buy weapons as well as sell their own weapons also. Thanks to your eyes, Soni Kumari. Your eyes are very kind. Why we can't track this? It is very difficult. This is actually called under terror. I believe you're asking about the topic terrorists again. White collar terrorists, why you cannot track them is, it goes again very back to the old concept of lone wolf attack. That is, these people, they will sit and get influenced by this ideology, and then finally they will go and do solo attacks, which cannot be tracked anywhere. Because the other thing, when it is in a group, means what happens? Some chatter, some message, some phone call, all this, somewhere it will get leaked out. But one individual person decides, I'm going to do a terror attack. Becomes very difficult. Thank you, Suresh. Which question? Please repeat the question again. Mohit Rajput. I did not see it. Yep. 1 week's news. Abhishek, please don't make me your inspiration. You be your own inspiration. You are better than me. Hard work and consistency. No mindset, queen set and all. Please don't give it too much of decoration. Sit and study every day. That's it. Speaking practice. Arre. Pabad batch will start from December 1st. Speaking practice. Start with the basics about yourself. What are your hobbies? Start with the basics. Then slowly move to small paragraphs. Then move to two paragraph, half a page, 1 page, 2 page. Like that, practice it. Repeated revision, Palak Chowdhury. Repeatedly reading it. One single reading, you are never going to remember it. I am able to recall it because I have already taught this in my comprehensive current affairs class, and I'm continuously doing this. Current affairs is something which I've been teaching, I can say, easily for more than 5 or 8 years. Easily, flat. So for me, it is like always when I restart it, whenever I start teaching current affairs, for me, it is all a matter of what simple revision. I'll be like, this is connected to that. That is connected to this. I can connect it. Got the point? So that is what it is. It's all about rereading. Don't try to study it in one go. Don't study anything is what I would say. You finish your class, take down its notes, not current affairs. Static subjects. Write down the notes, whatever the faculty has given. Read it. Current affairs, read the monthly current affair compilation. Repeatedly keep reading it. Highlight the important points. Write the PYQ. Previous year questions you are supposed to write based on current affairs, latest current affairs data. How to clear backlog? One backlog per day. Tabassum. Would we still get homework? Ishika, yes, you will still get it because see, the reason is if I understood it from my vast experience now that even after giving it, that is when I tell, okay, these are the PYQs, topic wise, very few people take an interest in it. But the moment I give a timetable, within this many days, this topic, then people will show interest, as you have clearly seen in our group also. So I have maintained a timetable. You can do that. Beyond that, okay, can we send other answers also from the PYQ? You can do it. Roadmap for concreting English vocabulary. Speak the language, nothing else. Nelson, that is what I told you. When you try to study, remember the things only, it becomes an issue. But instead, what you do is you ensure that you're taking down running notes in the class. All right, running notes you take down. And then, as soon as the class is over, try going through it and see whether you're getting stuck anywhere. You understood everything? Good. Enough. Move on. How to be confident and I am fat. Ahan. Take care of your physique. When you look good, you will feel good. And I'm not talking about the face here. I'm not at all talking about the face. We don't have any control over this part. That is genetics. Whatever is God given. That is your genetic lottery. But below the neck, whatever is there, that is in our hands. If you are a guy, especially, hit the ground. Start doing your push-ups. No, Pegasus virus is different. Pegasus is basically a software developed by Israeli spy agencies to actually spy on WhatsApp. So Pegasus software was apparently used by the Indian government on certain people. Supreme Court put up a committee, everything, and they found a list of those phone numbers also where this software has been used. But they have not released the data. What Supreme Court has said is, see, if you have a doubt, that is, you have a doubt that maybe your phone was hacked, you can come to us. Then we will tell you whether your number is there in the list or not. The same Supreme Court which had initially said that you cannot use Pegasus like that, blah, 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 initially, right to privacy, etc. Same Supreme Court after a few months said, there is nothing wrong. I mean, they actually asked the question, what is wrong in using Pegasus if it is for internal security? Thank you, Aditi. Tabassum, don't make current affair note. I'm telling you again and again, don't make current affair notes. Read it from monthly current affair compilation. Don't make current affair note. Only your handwriting will improve. Instead, what do you do is take the previous year question. So let us say some question is asked about food public distribution system or PDS, public distribution system. A question is asked. What do? You will take the data from the today's current affair. You will take and that you will write. So answer writing, while you write the answers of PYQ, there you will include what? Current affairs data, latest current affair data. Don't take down notes of current affairs. I'm telling you, it is of no use. Wastage of time. You will become tired. It is not going to fetch you anything. Write answers instead. Banking English strategies. Go through the PYQs. Join for any online test series. Find out which questions you are getting wrong. Find out which questions are, what is it, difficult for you to answer. Find what is the answer to it. Practice it. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. MOF as in? Good, Arushi. Thank you, Soumya. No, Rakesh, that is just NCRT. It is not revision of polity. That is just NCRT. Polity, if I do current affairs video, there will be no end to it. By the time I finish it, Supreme Court will say, one of our earlier judgment, we have decided to change it. So, it is very difficult. I don't know, Adityan. ये क्लास डेली नहीं आती सानिया, ये सिर्फ शनिवार को आता है. The other class that I'm talking about is my comprehensive current affairs batch, which is there on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That is what it is. Bank exams, let me tell you, see, this is enough means, yes, it is enough. In the sense that from current affairs, you may get a question. But if you're talking about general awareness section means, there questions can come from history, geography, world history, art and culture, anything it can come. So you should do your NCRTs really, really well. NCRT series, thankfully, PW has started in the same English YouTube channel. Please visit those videos is what I would say. For your banking exam, NCRT level काफी है, general awareness के लिए. Current affairs, I will tell you, maybe 1 or 2 questions you may get from here. But banking exam, they will even ask you questions like who is a SEBI chairman, which I won't cover. They'll ask you who is the RBI governor, which again I won't cover. Yeah. That metal organic framework. Yes, this is you are the one like, who is going on asking that Kannada and metal organic framework. I'll take it up. Just give me time. Timing, it is same. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, it is the same time. 7 p.m. to 9:30, 10 o'clock. What syllabus? Which syllabus? Gaming. Should I prepare for SSC CGL before jumping into UPSC? It won't be a bad idea. SSC CGL when you prepare. See, when you're preparing for SSC CGL first, the advantages are you can give railways exam, you can give banking exam. Which other exam is there? RBI grade B. If you are from a commerce or an economics background, give RBI grade B exam also. RBI assistant exam is also there. All these exams you can give so that you get into one job. Then start preparing for UPSC. I would say it's a brilliant idea because you are into a job already. Class 10th. Shekharji, just sit and study. No future tips and all. Just sit and study. Ensure that you get a very good score. Even now, if you start studying, you can still solve. You can still get a good score in 10th standard. So sit and study. Enough of monkeying around with your friends. If your friends are scoring lesser marks than you need to change your friends group. True, because when you are with a crowd who underperforms than you will never overperform. You will feel, I am only the king here. You should always step outside that. नहीं ये गद्दारी है, दोस्त को कौन ऐसे छोड़ देता है. ना. It is talked about. If you really want to grow in life, if they are true friends, they will also understand why you changed the group. Understand that. If the friend is a true friend, they will understand why you left them. Very good. Means I didn't understand. Chaya Verma. We should only focus on not looking into other at a time. First attempt means focus only on UPSC. If your first attempt is over, please start giving other exams. NABARD, Soumya said, yeah. So those of you preparing for SSC CGL, you can give NABARD. You can even give Central Armed Police Force exam, CAPF. That also you can give. How to move on after breakup? Yakpa. Just move on, man. See, people who want to stay will stay. People who want to go will go. That's simple. Why will you go behind somebody who doesn't want you? Why? Let them go. You truly love somebody. True love is what? Letting go. You let go of that person. They want to come back. They will be back. You let go and that person is still there. That means that is yours to take. You let go and that person runs away. Then leave it. Simple. What is PWIPO? Go Google, man. How I got 80%? How to score 80% you're asking? Go ask your teachers which are the most important topics from each subject. That is physics teacher, chemistry teacher, whichever stream you're following. Ask them. They will make fun of you. They may mock you. Mark those topics. Sit and study. You're not able to understand the concept because NCRT 12th it is not easy to understand. So what do? You go to YouTube. Study those topics from the free videos that is there. What should I do after 10th? Tekharji, first you cover your 10th. Score good marks in your 10th. पहले वो उतना तो कर ले. उसके बाद we will take out your kundali. What should be done later? Do we get any compilation of your notes? To the best of my knowledge, it is available. It should be available under this description. You should be able to download it. But I am not. That is what I thought. I will ensure it today that these PDFs are made available. Please take PSIR optional. Sheikh Mahabub Bashwa. If you are interested, take it up. That should be the only reason to take up any subject. Very good. My strategy was pretty simple. So what I used to do for SSC CGL was, I first went and enrolled in one test series. So first day, so this is the standard strategy. Okay, this is the standard strategy for SSC, banking, railways, RBI, NABARD, all these exams, same thing, same strategy only. Join for any online test series. So that online test series, obviously the first test will be there. Test 1, which will obviously have general awareness, 25 questions, logical reasoning, 25 questions, quantitative aptitude, 25 questions, English comprehension, 25 questions. So what I used to do was that here again, I will see which are first test I will give. The general awareness, I didn't give it much importance because here I know, because of my UPSC preparation, I knew up to 15 questions I will get. The other very, very factual that I used to skip. Logical reasoning, let us say if I didn't know 5 questions, I will go and study that chapter. That which chapter it is where I didn't get that 5 questions. It could be that 5 questions I made it wrong or 5 questions I didn't know. Whatever. I'll find that chapter. I will solve those. Same thing with quantitative aptitude. Let us say I didn't know 10 questions. I will go to those chapters and finish that chapters in full. So this may take easily. Same thing with English. English, not that much. It was never that difficult for me, to be very honest. So maybe only one area was there. That is this direct speech, indirect speech, active voice, passive voice. This used to be a nightmare for me. This section. So I will cover all this. Wherever I got stuck, whichever I didn't know, I'll cover all this. Score will be very, very pathetic. Very pathetic score it was, first test. After I finish studying whichever areas I didn't know, then I will give my test 2. Now again the same thing. This time what will happen is the number of questions would have come down, which I don't know. Again, I will revisit those chapters. So this, as I proceeded further and further, my score started improving. My attempt, everything started improving. Now the problem was the speed. So that is where you will come to small shortcuts. That is, for example, logical reasoning again. Ejoti. This is the 5th letter. This is the 10th letter. This is the 15th letter. This is the 20th letter. This is the 25th letter. By hearting the squares and the cubes up to 30. By hearting it. Now I don't know. Now don't ask me, sir, what is then 29 cube? Now I don't remember because back then I was practicing it. That's all. Because your multiplication should be fast. Square root, formulas, trigonometric formulas, your entire, what is it? Area, volume formulas, all that I used to by heart. UPSC. SSB again, the first is the obviously that general exam, whatever is there, which you need to clear, the minimum cutoff that you need to score, the first preliminary test. Then you have SSB interview. For SSB interview, again the same and again slightly different. SSB NDA. The interview part I am talking about, that you need to know first of all what are different levels. Each level is there. Picture perception test, group discussion, situation analysis, blah, 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 blah. Words, making sentences, word association test, whatever. Those different levels are there. Find out what are those levels. Take one book, which is available in Amazon, any one book. Practice it. Number 3. The 2 tips I will give you here, one is to do with group discussion. The other is to do with a question that was asked. Group discussion, if you generally see, especially when you go for this SSB interview training and all, there they will teach you, you should shout, you should be aggressive like a military officer. That is what they will teach you. I'll tell you what my brother did when he went for his SSB interview. As usual, one group was there, they gave a topic. So as soon as the topic was given, 1, 2, 3 boys, ha, ho, ha, ha, they started. Another set of girls, he, ha, he, who, they also started. My brother, excuse me, just a minute. 1 point, let me say. So everybody stopped. He said, let us do one thing. Let us listen to them first. They are women. We should respect them. Let us listen to them first, what they have to say. And then let us say what we have to say. Are you all okay with it? Loud, clear, but not shouting. My brother later told me, so there will be this, one guy will be there, one guy from the military will be there observing all these group discussions. He had that faintest smile on his face. So you are asking me, but I don't know why. When he smiled, I thought he was making fun of me. I said, no, brother. You just proved your leadership skills there. You just made an entire crowd who were shouting. You asked them to calm down. You told them and they listened to you. That is leadership. So this you can try in your GD. Another question that came was, so this was basically for the SSB that my brother went for was JAG. Judge Advocate General SSB. This is basically for those people who will complete their BA LLB. Basically LLB, not BA. This is what my brother completed. So after LLB, you can go for this. You will end up becoming a military court advocate. Later, you can become a military court judge. That is what this post is for. So one question that was asked there was, what will you do when if you see your father is getting beaten up? This was the question. Now you must understand who are his fellow competitors. All are lawyers only. He is fighting it out. His competition is other lawyers. Everybody wrote essay. What was the essay? According to the section, this is a violation of this offense, that offense, this. My brother, he just was telling me. I just sat there. I put myself in the shoes. I was thinking, if actually my father gets beaten by somebody, what will be my first thing? I will hit him. बाद में देखा जाएगा ना, police, court, कचेरी. He just wrote one line. I will hit him back. Dot. 250 people were there on the first day. First day's washout. After first day's screening. First screening will be there. SSB interview. First day screening. From 250 people, it came down to 25. My brother was in that 25. After 5 days, medical, that, this, etc. 4 people got selected. That one was my brother. Got the point here? This is what is required. I already told you, Mega, test and monks, what you have to do. It is nothing to do with motivation and all. You should find where you are lacking and rectify it. Sony, as well as to all those people, CSAT, this again, multiple people have come to me with regard to CSAT. See, one thing you must remember, CSAT, you only need to score 66 marks. 66 marks is enough. And I will tell you, my English, I am not claiming that I have the best English in the world or I speak very proper, fluent English. My pronunciations are totally pathetic. My grammar is way off the mark. I myself know to what extent my language skills are poor. Okay, I am aware. I am self-aware of all these things. But the fact is, when it comes to CSAT, what I always used to do was I used to attempt only the maths and the logical reasoning section. Because whatever it is, out of 80 questions, you will minimum have 35 questions of what? Maths and logical reasoning put together. English, maybe you will have 45. I used to attempt maximum 30 to 32. Where I know, pakka, this is the right answer. Why? Because you know the formula, you apply it properly, you find a logic to it. You cannot go wrong with maths. If your formula is right, your calculation is right, your answer will be pakka. So the moment it hits 30, and I know it is like pakka, rock solid it is, I will try looking for the other questions. Anything that is easy, doable. I used to skip permutation, combination. I used to skip probability because those were my weak areas. But as soon as it hits 30, I will stop. I'll fold the pen, I'll sleep. I never bothered with English section because English section earlier I used to do it. But later what happened? Which among the following is the most illogical conclusion that can be assumed from the above assumption of the corollary of the passage? You take it to 4 different academies, 4 English faculties there, 4 of them will tell 4 different answers. Because until and unless UPSC comes out with the answer key, nobody can guess what is the right answer for the passage. And worst thing I will tell you, the investment that you have to make. In this one page, they will give a very big passage. Next page, one question will be there, one single question. To answer that single question, you have to go through this tough passage and then find out what it is. Got the point here? So that is all that you have to do. Don't make it a question of, because 66 marks only, brother. Why are you going and attempting it? It is not that if you score 80 out of 80, they will suddenly tell, come on, beta, come on, straight away come to Labasna. No. Then why are you worried? 66 is only is needed. Waka dekho iska. You only need 66. You score 100, 200, doesn't make any difference. So attempt only that much. Target is 66, not 200. Keep it in mind. The Udan, Prahar, etc. These are actually additional content. Follow what your faculty is telling. Follow your faculty's notes. You finished your faculty's notes. You have finished writing the previous year questions. You have analyzed the PYQs. You have also revised last 1 year's current affairs. You are still having time with you. Then go and visit those books. Those are actually meant for, like a quick capsule, quick revision. That's it. It is not the main source. Main source is always material from the faculty. Always being positive. How is it possible? It is okay. It is okay to cry. It is okay to feel negative. But don't hold on to negative thought too many times. That is the point. Snap out of it. Come out of it. There are plenty. See, it is not that people who are trying to speak. Now, people always ask, how are you confident? Do you actually think that I don't have problems in my life? Do you actually think that I don't have any negative thoughts? I have plenty. The only point is I don't have time to pamper those. I don't have time. Morning I had a recording. Then I had public administration class. Then I had to sit and prepare the content for this class. Students may ask, but sir, it is the same content for Monday and Friday. Still, preparing PPT is my job. I don't have any assistant to sit and prepare my PPT or my content. My content is my content. Nobody can say, oh, it is ours. No, it is my content. I am preparing it. Now your class again, 7 to 10. Now what is the time? I'll go and have dinner. If still some energy is there, I will review the answers sent by my students in comprehensive current affairs batch. I am busy. I am too busy to the point where I don't have time to think about उसने मेरे साथ that I don't have time. मुझे आपके बारे में सोचने के लिए वक्त नहीं है. As simple as that. I am too busy. 3 hours I'm standing. Just think that much, right? 3 hours I'm standing. Forgot to get bottle of water. So that means 3 hours of dehydration. Is it that I'm not thirsty? I am thirsty. Are my legs paining? It is paining. Not paining. It is almost like, when you ride for too long, you'll feel a strain in your arm. Same thing I'm feeling. But priority is what? Taking the class properly. So physical discomfort takes a back seat. That's it. Keep your life busy, brother. These negative thoughts, kya karu, how will I bounce back to study? If you want it, you will do it. If you are not at all feeling like studying, etc., maybe you should change what you're doing. Find what interests you. Start doing that. You can try, Mohit. I don't know. See, I'm somebody who has started taking part in this elocution competition, extempore competition while I was very young. So extempore simply means they will give you a topic. They'll give you a topic like 5 minutes before the competition. They'll give you a topic. They'll just show you a slip. You'll hardly get 5 minutes to prepare on it. Then they will call you. Next test number. You have to go there and speak. I've been doing that since, let me say, at least when I was in 9th standard onwards. I've been doing that. So for me, if somebody gives me a topic, ask me to speak. If I know something about it, I will speak. So that is the thing. I don't have any problem facing a crowd and all. So that is the thing. So I don't know about this. I have started very young. All these things. You can try. That's all that I will say. I don't know. Check it out. Already I have given Dharani. Whatever questions that are target that I have given you, before December 5th to submit, that is enough. Focus on that first. Gender issues. I've seen some people have started sending the answers, but I already have given you one question per day. I have given it. So write it and send. Gender issues. Let us finish that topic first. Like that, we will cover main topics. We'll cover. I initially thought paper-wise we will do it, but then I thought that will take too much of time and it will be a little boring. So what we will do is we will cover it topic-wise. So now till December 4th it will be this thing. Then we will jump to GS2. From there again I will take a topic which is frequently asked. Like that we will do it. All right. Take it as start early as possible, Sheikh. Keep your life busy, Vedant. Jyoti, you need to get your act straight. That's all. Distracted, feeling motivated. Please, for the love of God, don't ask me such questions because, to be very frank, I get irritated by it. I am being very honest with you. I get really irritated because my students that I am mentoring, were like on a personal level, I mentor them. They have lost their father, they have lost their mother, or their parents. Both the parents are dead. They are staying with their grandmother, or they are a working mother. They are still trying to get a grip over things, their dream, etc. But handling a baby, when these are the struggles of life. Whatever you are telling, oh log mere baare mein, when should I stop comparing? I am getting distracted. Personally, if you were in front of me, I would have given you a proper answer to it. But this is in camera. I don't want to become viral for the wrong reason. So you people, if you feel this is the trouble in your life, I have nothing more to say. It only means you don't value your own life. That is what it means. If you really want to grow in life, you will take control of your life. I've always learn to take care of this first. Yourself first. That you're not able to do, you won't be able to take care of anything in life. So, please. How to start preparation? Essay writing. Just start writing. What else is to do? English batch for 2028. I'm not so sure, but you can go for Titan 27 itself. Not Titan. Pinnacle 28 may start next year. So you can go for that. PE student means right now you are in engineering. Baliram Survase. If you are in your engineering, focus on your engineering. Get a proper placement first. Get a job first. After getting into the job, decide whether you want to give GATE or UPSC. Both are not same thing. Please understand. Have some clarity in your life. Welcome, Shakira. Not able to do it. You may not be able to do revision right now. Like I told you, revising and all, you need time for it. As of now, read. Keep reading. ഒരുപാട് സന്തോഷം. Physio Abarna. Feelings are mutual. Physio Abarna. Okay, all altu faltu questions are coming up. Let's call it a day, people. Happy weekend. It's already 10. Take care.